Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. To find out more, visit mcpss.com.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
Each month,
We are live on the campus of Mattie T. Blount High School to witness an event years in the making. Tonight, the Williamson Lady Lions will battle the Blount Lady Leopards in the first ever women's high school basketball game broadcast over our airwaves. The crowd is ready, the lights are on, and the time is now for the rhyme ball to take center stage. Hoop action is headed your way for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Al Wheaton, along with the legendary coach, Ronnie Arrow. Coach, history is about to be made tonight in the Leopards' Den.
Two great rivalries. I know you've been in this town longer than I have. There's been many players, many parents, many coaches that have been waiting for this night. I personally would like to thank the MCPSS for putting all this together. I can't tell you how many phone calls, emails, text messages. Is it really happening? And yes, it is, and there's more to come.
Coach, it is really going down tonight. We are live here inside the Leopards' Den. Not only is it basketball, it is girls basketball kicking us off. So let's get to that starting lineup for tonight. Who do we have on the floor? Let's take a look at the lineup that we have headed your way here for this ball game, which is going to be real big. Coach, you just talked about it. It is rivalry starting for the Williamson Lions. Tania Smith, also Tamila Allen, Janika Austin, Natalie Harris-Hickbottom, and Shadonia Johnson. And for the Leopards tonight, they're starting Micaiah Wilder, Zakiria Ross, Amiria Richard, Lauren Holden, and Logan Perriman. As we get things ready here for the tip-off, Coach, this is going to be a very exciting night tonight.
Well, there's no question about it. And when you look at these teams and when they're getting ready to tip off right now, they mirror one another. It's going to be up-tempo. It's going to be physical. Both teams like to press half-court and full court. Buckle up. It's going to be a pressure-packed game.
And here we are, history in the making, as we're getting started off here inside of the Leopards' Den. Ball goes out. It's going to stay with the Williamson Lady Lions. There's us right there on TV right there, Coach.
There we are.
Look at it. So
we made the big time.
Smile for the camera. There you go.
The big time.
But we are excited to have you joining us here for this broadcast tonight of high school basketball. As we get this thing set up here tonight, Williamson coming in averaging 44 points a game, giving up 29 points on defense. And the Lions currently on a 5-game winning streak. Defeated LaFleur Saturday night 35-34.
I'm looking forward to this game. I've seen both of these teams play earlier, and both of them will get up in your face, and whether it be full court or half court.
Getting that ball inside to Logan Perriman.
Do that.
Perriman's shot, no good.
Logan can go inside or outside. She's the go-to person. She's got to have a big game tonight.
We're going to be calling her name a lot tonight. You're right about that, Coach.
Now, Blount's in their 2-3 press, half-court press. They like to trap on the wings. We're going to see. They better keep the ball from the wings or they're going to get trapped.
Williamson will be looking to get that ball to Johnson down low as that three goes in for Maya Allen. Just the first points on the board for the Lady Lions.
And she won't hesitate. She'll pull that thing in a heartbeat.
Williamson in that 2-3 defense right now, putting pressure on the Leopards as they're working the ball across the court.
Around.
And I believe we may have our first foul of the game, Coach.
Richard is going to be the other one besides Perriman that is going to have the ball in their hands. Those two individuals have got to have a good game tonight. 2-3 zone. Now Williamson doesn't look like they're going to trap out of it like Blount's going to. That ball goes to the wing with Blount. They're going to trap that thing.
Maya Allen picks up her first foul on that call.
Al, both these teams love to go inside. It's not just pass around the horn. They'll go inside when they get a chance to.
Blount averages about 46 points on offense as well.
That's where they want the ball, right?
You talked about it, Coach, them mirroring each other as they get their first on the points on the board. There's Perriman scoring.
And she's 5'11". Is it nice to say, lady players, that they're a beast?
Yeah, you can say that.
She's a beast.
Averaging 13 and a half points a game.
She goes inside out. She can guard a point guard. She can guard inside.
There's a three from the Lions. No good on the fast break. Blount coming across the timeline here.
Now the counter to Perriman is Shadona Johnson. She wants the ball inside too. She won't go outside.
Perriman hits again right there from the top of the key. I had a chance to PA the ball game for Williamson and LaFleur this past Saturday, and I could see the dominance down low that Johnson can display for the Lions. So I do understand where you're coming from. Turnover on the play. Leopards have the ball back.
I'm going to make a prediction. The ones with the fewest turnovers in this game is going to win this game because there's going to be pressure on both sides. I saw Perriman get 19 points and 15 rebounds against Baker 2 weeks ago.
Working that ball over. Holder cannot get it in. Turnover on the play. Ball back to the Lions. Checking in for the Lions, number 5, Amiria Richard. She'll be coming in.
And she's another one that is really good. If it's not in Perriman's hands, they want the ball in Richard's hands. I see, well, they didn't go over and trap that time.
Working it across the floor.
It's not hard to see the coach's daughter, Micaiah. She got pink hair.
She has the pink hair.
She
was just fouled on that play, as a matter of fact.
I'm going to tell you what, she is a little gnat. She's all over the gymnasium.
Janika Austin picks up her first foul. Talking about Coach Wilder's daughter, 5'2", she's a junior, and she got called on traveling right there. Coach, we got to stop talking about her. We're putting the pressure on.
Yeah, I guess so. One of the things about Blount, 10 of their 14 players are juniors.
Right.
So they're still relatively new to one another, but not that new. It's time for them to step up and become the players everybody wants them to be.
Coach Edmund Wilder in his third year here at Blount as they work that ball across the floor.
She's a little nervous.
Turnover on the play.
Yeah, she's a little bit nervous. They've got to simmer down. There can't be now. One of the good things about Blount, they average almost 25 rebounds a game. When they shoot it, they go get it, but they also will turn that ball over. If it gets down to the end of the game, they haven't been real good free throw shooters. They're only shooting around 61% from the free throw line. Defense putting pressure on the Lions. Turnover right there. Breaking away, trying to go in and score. Oh, and count the basket for Zykeria Ross. She tried to do a Euro and got bumped, and it still went in. Good for her. And we have our first timeout of the contest called by the Williamson coaching staff right there.
Coach Tanika Roberson-Holly in her coach. She told me, I couldn't believe it. I had to double take. She's in her 22nd season here at Williamson. Has an overall record of 225 and 297 for a 431 winning percentage. There's a shot of her right there. You doesn't look like she's been coaching 22 years.
Yeah, she stays young as a coach. She's going to coach for a long time.
She sure is. So, and she told me this is the only coaching job she has ever had. So, excited to be calling this contest tonight. Al Weed and Coach Ronnie Arrow here for the MCPSS high school basketball game.
She went to South Alabama.
Sure did.
She went to LaFleur. So she's homegrown.
That means she's got good genes, Coach.
Good genes. There you go. Everything from Mobile.
Out of the timeout, the Lady Lions down 3 here to Blount.
There they go,
first quarter.
Now they're going to get them. I would keep that ball off the wings.
Swinging it over. And we have a turnover once again.
Perriman.
Blount steals that ball.
Perriman is all over the gym. I love that girl.
And you talked about it, Coach. Whoever has the least amount of turnovers probably is going to win the game tonight. The ball is saved, still in bounds, but Williamson comes up with it. Great crowd here tonight at Mattie T. Blount High School.
Oh, this rivalry is something. This is a great game to have our first game with.
And it is an out-of-area game. Blount is a 6A school. Williamson is 4A, but you would never notice it. And as the night goes on, you're going to notice the crowd is going to increase as the time goes by.
And they got the air conditioning on. They're anticipating a very large crowd.
I was talking with Principal Woods about that earlier. I said, man, this is like going to church on Sunday. You cut the air on Saturday night to get ready for the big crowd.
I might be putting my jacket back on. But this is great. This is what this town needs, this atmosphere for basketball. I can't tell you how much this is appreciated by everybody that plays basketball and watches basketball.
That's a 3 put up by the Leopards. Denia Torrey checks it to the ball game. She grabs the rebound, swings it back over to Torrey. Torrey, a guard, 5'1" sophomore. They're trying to work it down low against that defense from the Lions. That is a 3, no good. Blount grabs another rebound, Coach, driving inside for the Leopards. And there's Shadanya Johnson wiping the glass clean for the Lady Lions.
Zakaria Ross had shot that shot out there. Oh, nice shot.
Fouled
nice
on the
shot.
play, count the basket for Natalie Harris Hickbottom.
They're driving to the hole. But down at the other end when Zakaria Ross shot that, I call her downtown shooter, she has no conscience. When she gets past midcourt, she's in radar.
That foul committed by Lauren Holder of Blount. That's going to place Hickbottom on the line. Shooting 1 shot for continuation. Hickbottom averages 5.2 points per game.
Nice form.
And
Took her time. Very nice form. You know, if anybody takes wild shots, if they miss the gymnasium, that's like a turnover. If you're open, you got to put the ball in the hole. There's a difference between a shot and a good shot.
Foul called on Tanaya Smith of Williamson.
That's Logan's spot. She'll pop to the high post where she likes to get it there.
Dropping it down low to Trinity Crawford. Shot blocked by Johnson. Johnson averages about 2.4 blocks a contest.
That's a long pass to try and hit a wing when they know they're going to get trapped.
And it was, Coach, and a foul ended up being committed by the Lady Leopards on Zakaria Ross.
They were lucky because that ball was going out of bounds.
It was actually going out. She didn't, unfortunately, she committed the foul.
That pass might have wound up on Lock Road. I'm not sure.
Long
nice,
three right there from
nice.
Tamaya My Allen as she sinks it.
And here comes the pressure. Here comes the pressure.
We have a stoppage in play right there. Coach Wilder and one of his players disagreeing. So we have a 30-second timeout here on the floor on the campus of Blount High School. Al Weed and Coach Ronnie Arrow, our first broadcast ever of high school basketball, but most importantly for girls basketball. Coach, this is really huge. You say your phone's been blowing up like for a week and a half.
I mean, parents are so proud, and little kids get to see this on TV, or they might be here in the stands, and it gives them something to play for as they come up. Now, I'm going to be on TV when I get to be in high school.
There you go. There you go.
It's just good all over.
Team fouls right now. Williamson with 3 and Blount with 2.
Oh, man.
That ball goes off the foot of Torrey. She is disappointed. Williamson sitting in a prime spot right here to get a bucket, up by 3.
They've got to take care. Both bunches have got to take care of the ball. I mean, if there's any doubt, then don't put yourself in jeopardy.
So Donya Johnson right there at the elbow, swings it back out to Smith. They're looking for another 3.
Boom. I tell you what, that was right on target.
Johnson with the rebound down low. Blount grabs the rebound.
Tell you what, they might be girls, but they're going to battle.
Definitely are. Two well-coached two well-coached teams tonight here. That's a 3. No good for the Leopards.
Start hitting the threes, or they got it in. They got to get it into Logan, either inside or outside. She's got it. She started out really good, and now she's not getting any touches. They're starting to bomb from outside. Perryman's got to have the ball.
Denia Torrey picks up the foul, and another foul committed here by the Leopards down low on Shadanya Johnson.
Now that's who they want to go to. That's the Perryman for Williamson. They're going to go to her. And I tell you what, it's a compliment to both these bunches. They're going to get the ball inside. A lot of times now on the inside and girls' side, all they're going to do is penetrate and pitch and hit the threes. These two teams, they will get the ball inside and then go outside.
Don't know if that foul was committed by Smith or by Robin Fuller. We'll try to check it. I mean, sorry, Ulethea Purdue is checked in.
I'm really surprised because Blount is averaging almost 24 rebounds a game, and right now I would say they're getting out rebounded on the boards. This thing's going to get heated after a while. This is too big of a rivalry.
It is ball tipped. Turnover on the play.
And then a crazy foul.
Quick foul committed right there.
Yeah. You know, if you're a player, you're going to get good, hard fouls that you deserve. But you can't get crazy fouls like that by reaching.
Yeah, Denia Torrey, that's her second one, so she's in foul trouble early.
Up on the bench. Then kids wonder why they're on the bench. See, right there. Outside to inside, very nice play. Well coached.
Down low to Shadanya Johnson.
Tell you, this is a bucket that is well needed by Blount. They can't let 2 or 3, 4 more points go by. They've got to get the ball into Perryman inside.
Leopards on a 2-game losing streak, lost at UMS Wright last week and Baldwin County this past Friday, 54-39. Foul committed right there in front of us here on the sideline. Let's see who they're going to attribute it to. That'll go against Tania Smith. I believe that's her second one, Coach.
Yes. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of fouls. There's going to be a lot of turnovers. Again, I'm going to make the prediction. The ones with the fewest turnovers is going to win this game. And it might be 30-29.
We're gonna let you track the turnovers, Coach.
No.
I'm tracking fouls.
I'm going to go get some water.
I heard the hospitality room was looking pretty nice before the ball game as well.
Yeah, Blount taking care of us.
Thanks to the 5 o'clock traffic, I wasn't able to make it in there. But there's always between games because, Coach, it's a double hitter tonight. The men are following the ladies tonight.
Tradition carries on to the second game.
I have to stop by between the ball games. Blount swinging it over, getting it down low.
Where it needs to be.
Wilder grabs the loose ball, goes into the lane with a runner.
See, very good. She should have pitched that ball. The girl was wide open that time.
Holder swings it over. Back to Wilder as they get into the hands of Alicia Dinkins. Her three's no good, but the ball remains with the Leopards with 18.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
And you know, Logan Perryman was, again, she flashed to the ball side. She was wide open. They've got to get her the ball in there. Without her getting the ball, there's no fouls inside. They're getting the ball inside down here. They're getting fouled inside.
Turnover on the play. Williamson running, filling the lane, and fouled on the play. Destiny Williams is fouled. Looks like that foul may be against Holder, Coach. It is.
Yeah.
I believe that's her second foul of the evening. So Blount with 2 players with 2 fouls, and we are 4.5 seconds remaining from starting the second quarter.
They've still got Logan Perriman in there that they need in there, and Denaya and Torrey. They're both in there. They can bring them back, but they've got to get some good shots and quit fouling. This press is hurting them.
And that Williamson press is something else. So at the end of 1 quarter, Williamson on top 13-6. We'll be back with more hardwood action. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, our statistician China Powell on the campus of Blount High School for the first ever MCPSS broadcast of high school football. Coach, and I love it. We're starting off with the ladies tonight.
We're starting out with the ladies. Every time I turn around and look around, this place is getting fuller and fuller.
I told you, Coach, just stay right there. It's going to warm up. That's why they had that air conditioning blowing when we walked in.
It will do that. It will do that. But what a great atmosphere. If you're looking to see some good high school basketball, come on out to Blount High School. There'll be room for you. They'll squeeze them in.
Williamson on top 13-6 after 1 quarter. And early foul trouble for a couple of the Blount Lepers. Denaya Torrey with 2 and Lauren Holder with 2 as well. And Williamson, Tanaya Smith has 2 fouls. Let's take a look at some of the replays. There's a 3 that was hit by My Allen early on in the first quarter. And here's another one coming up here. Thanks to our man Charles in the truck for hooking us up with the replays as they work this ball across the floor, Coach. And there it is, bam, right in your face.
If she's open, if she has a hair of distance, that thing's going up.
Starting off the second quarter here.
Needs some good defense by Blount, and then some good shots down at the other end.
Working it down low to Johnson, and she is fouled by Logan Perriman. And Perriman can't believe it.
Yeah, she can't get in foul trouble. Perriman cannot get in foul trouble. They need her on the court, and they need to get her the ball.
Johnson is a 42% free throw shooter. And she gets a little help from the iron right there to get the first one in.
You know, if you're a coach, she does something that you don't like to see. When she shoots it, she takes that step back. They want you to stay on that line.
Second one is off. Perriman grabs the rebound. Blount pushing it up. They have the numbers.
Nice.
Going down low. Shot no good. Williamson with that rebound. Pushing it back up the floor. Looks like My Allen fouled on the play.
Yeah. To Maya Allen, I think they're going to call a charge on her. I think they're going to. I couldn't.
Zykeria Ross down right now.
I couldn't see if she was there for the charge, but yeah, I think they did call a charge.
Yeah, they called that on Natalie Harris Hickbottom. That's her first foul.
But that's good to
look
see.
At Ross. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, that's good to see that, you know, Blount is still hanging in there. They're doing the right things. They're trying to take charges, get good shots, and take care of the ball as Blount's got to do. And as far as Williamson, they got to keep putting the pressure on him.
Ross getting checked out by the trainer. There's a shot right there of head coach Edmund Wilder, his 3rd year at Blount. He has a 27-34 record for a .447 winning percentage. He also coached the Davidson boys a couple years ago from 2015 to 2019. Look at him working.
Isn't that nice?
There you go,
nice
Coach.
Gesture.
Taking her right off the floor. So it's more than just coaching here at the high school level. You got to be a teacher and you got to care as well.
You got to care. Got to care. Let's see if that does something to Blount to get them fired up to get back into this game. They don't want to get this score out of halter too much here. They need to make a couple quick buckets.
So correction there, that foul on Zykeria Ross. That's her first.
Tamaya Allen, she really has a nice shot. She don't mind shooting the threes, and her free throw shooting is really nice as she misses that one.
Yeah, we jinxed her, Coach. I was just about to say, she's a 63% free throw shooter. We're going to have to be quiet. Look at that steal by Shadanya Johnson. And they go right back to Mama Allen off the rim. Can't get the bucket back in. It's Blount's ball.
It's really surprising that I think that Williamson is dominating the boards.
So correction, it is Williamson's basketball as the officials get together and talk it out. We don't have instant replay here. It's not like football, Coach.
There she goes again.
And there's a three from Mama Allen. Traveling on the play. And Williamson's going to get the ball right back.
This is liable to get nasty here after a while, but Blount's just got to slow down, take their time, take a big breath, and stay in this game.
As we said, Williamson comes in on a 5-game winning streak. Lepers trying to end their losing streak and get a win as they lost Friday night to Baldwin County and last week to UMS Wright. Shadanya Johnson is fouled on the play.
Shadonna John, I'm really surprised that they're not going into her more, but they're starting to, and she's living on the free throw line. If she makes her free throw, she's going to have a big night tonight.
That foul by Alicia Dinkins. That's her first.
See how she steps back? Most coaches don't like that.
Right.
9 times out of 10 when you do that, you're going to shoot the ball short. Or
Janika
maybe
Austin.
8 times out of 10. Depends on which coach you are.
Janika Austin checks back in for Williamson.
Oh, this is great. I love it, Al. This is what it's all about for these youth here in town, boys and girls. There's some very good teams in this town. There's some very good players, young players, 5th, 6th, 7th graders coming up. To see this on TV is really going to be great for them.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us, Coach. You know, you've been the Jaguars coach twice here, and I had a chance to, as a student at South Alabama as you was coaching, and then later on when you came back as well. So, you know, you're just as integrated into the community as I am, I can say, because for some, I'm not going to say you're retired, but for the things you do, we're glad that you're doing them right here in our town rather than someone else. Look at it like that.
Mobile's been a great town for myself and my family. We really enjoy it here. Daughter and grandkids live across the bay, so we're here.
Johnson misses both of them there, Coach. So possession arrow ties up. It's going to be Blount's ball.
When you're being pressed, you want to dribble not into a trap, but you want to make them think you're going to go, then pitch back and shift the zone. They're just going right into the trap. You can't do that with 2 people being there. We got to get Perriman into the game. She needs to flash harder than that.
Leopards down 12 right now. Trying to find some type of semblance on offense as Wilder drives in. Shot is blocked by Shadanya Johnson. Johnson stands 6 feet even. She's a junior.
See, when Micaiah drove that time, Perriman was wide open at the free throw line. You got to see that. And another turnover.
Turnover on the play.
Yeah. Between turnovers and fouls, boy, it's condemning the Blount Leopards.
Leopards trying to come up to the timeline to put some pressure as Williamson swings the ball over. That's a 3, and it's good by Janika Austin.
Williamson is in their comfort zone now. Everything's going their way. Blount keeps trying to dribble through the full court press, and it's not working.
Foul on the play committed by Mama Allen. That's her second foul. We have 21-6 as our score, and here in the gym they have it at 20-6, so we'll try to get a score check here shortly.
See how they just dribbled into that trap?
Right into it.
They've got to be able to get out of it or get by it. They can't dribble right into it.
That foul on Janika Austin, that's her second. Blount shooting 1 and 1 here.
Coach Wilder is going to have to probably bring back 1 or 2 of the girls that have 2 fouls on them, because the other ones are starting to get up to 2 and 3 fouls also.
Well, no, it's not time for 1 and 1 yet. Just 16 fouls. On the next foul, they're going to the bonus. That shot no good for Crawford. Williamson with the rebound, pushing it up the floor and scoring. Destiny Williams, that was her destiny to get that layup as she puts it in, and we are correct on our score, 22-6. Williamson in control all over the Lady Leopards tonight. Early foul trouble for 2 of their players. Denia Torrey and Lauren Holder both on the bench with 2 fouls early in the contest, Coach.
You know what? They did a good job of breaking the press. They just didn't finish down at the other end. Good for them.
Johnson swings it over.
Denia passing the ball. You know, don't hold it. Move that zone.
In high school, there is no shot clock. They're keeping the ball active and moving it in for 3 from number 3, Janika Austin, as she buries it from downtown. 25-6, Williamson all in control.
They're in their comfort zone. They're feeling good about themselves right now. See, there's no movement against that zone. They're holding the ball too much. Nice. Good.
Foul committed down low.
That's where you beat a zone, get the ball into the middle. If it's covered, then pass back out for the 3.
That foul on Ulethea Purdue. That's going to put Logan Perriman on the line shooting 2. Coach, when I called the Williamson game against LaFleur on Saturday night, they didn't really come out and with their 2-3 defense until the second half, and you could almost see a turnaround because Williamson was only up by 1 point over LaFleur, 35-34 at halftime. Right. But now they're working it early here against the Blount Leopards tonight.
They did the same thing over at St. Paul's, and it worked actually that night. They wound up playing. Their press didn't hurt them as much, but I thought they would have come out in their press earlier during that game.
Coach Holder calls a timeout right here to let his Lady Leopards get a break. I think this might be a full timeout.
I know both coaches, this is such a big rivalry. Both coaches wanted this to be. If you always want to win, but you want to have a good game.
That's right.
And that's the most important thing, where your kids feel good about them. If they get beat, they get beat close. If you win big, and you feel good about yourself.
Well, one thing kids are going to be feeling good. Mark your calendar. Students are out December 20th for Christmas and New Year's break, and they don't return until January 5th. Not January 4th. That's a teacher work day, but send the kids back on January 5th. They are headed your way, parents, so get yourself ready for the next 2.5 weeks, Coach.
Are they back in school?
No.
Are they in school? Good for them. I wish that had happened when I was going to school.
I know, we didn't get that much time off.
Move the ball.
Coach Wilder looking for something to get
back man-to-man. They've gone to man-to-man now.
To get his team going, to get back into this ball game. Trying to get down low to Johnson. Ball tipped out of bounds. It still remains with the Lions.
Might have stayed a little bit too long in that zone. You're right, Al. The man-to-man, it seems like it's getting them moving better. That zone, you have a tendency. Here we go.
That one's headed our way, Coach.
Be careful. Be careful. Good effort.
That one came right at us. Destiny Williams.
Charge.
Good reaction time, Coach. And China Powell right there. She coaches for Scarborough. She was Johnny on the spot helping us out. Not only doing stats, but in first recovery mode here.
Well, let's see if that man-to-man will do something for him on offense, too. Move the ball. There she is.
Down low to Perriman. Wilder gives up the shot, but she decides to go with the runner instead. No good. And another rebound for the Williamson Lions.
Got to get back and play pressure man-to-man again and get moving.
4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk to the Mobile County Public School System's athletic director, Mr. Brad Lowell, as Johnson shoots that one from the top of the key, no good. And also get a chance to talk with both of these coaches going into the locker room and coming out as well.
See, that time they had an advantage and didn't take care of it. If she would have drove, Micaiah was in the corner ready for the shot, the open shot.
Blount could not get that one completed as they're now working the ball across the floor. Micaiah Wilder, she's the coach's daughter.
She's not hard to find, is she?
No, sir, not at all. Here's a long three by Zykeria Ross. It is off the back of the iron as Johnson hauls it down. She's looking to get it to Williams, doesn't have the numbers, but she gets it down anyway. No foul on the play. They're letting them play, Coach.
Yeah, they are.
And I think that's a travel. We can see that from our table here. Turnover to the Leopards.
But you know what? Both teams now have got a good effort going. Don't think for a second just because it's 26-7 that Blount's given up. They're fighting, they're battling. That man-to-man, I think, is going to help them.
Harris Hickbottom checking back in for the Lions. She's a 5'9" senior, averaging about 5.2 points per game. Blount gets it down to Perryman as she drives the lane. Fouled by Shadanya Johnson, so she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, she's taking the ball. They're getting the ball to her in the right spot. But, you know, you always want to finish those kind. You're right underneath there, especially what the score is. She got to make these free throws. That's one of their weaknesses at Blount. They're only shooting 61% from the free throw line.
Perryman drains the first one. Misses the second one as Ulethea Purdue grabs the rebound. Tania Smith gets it back out to Destiny Williams, but not before a foul is called.
Truthfully, about the last 4 times they've been down the court, they're just penetrating and getting fouled and going to the free throw line.
That foul on Lauren Holden, Coach, that's her third foul with 2:54 left in the first half. So we may not see her for a long time.
If this keeps up with the fouling for Blount, they might have to go to the zone to stop fouling.
Tania Smith, she's only an 11% free throw shooter. Doesn't shoot very much, 11%. And she missed both of those. She hasn't shot very many free throws this season. And travels right there, turns over to Blount.
Is that down to 10%?
It may be now. She was 1 for 9 heading to the stripe right there.
Free throws is something that's mind over matter. You got to get in that gym and shoot that thing the same way and concentrate like you're winning the state championship every one you shoot.
Yeah, people often joke about it, say it's a free throw, but it's a lot of mind into that. And boy, not much mind but body from Shadanya Johnson as she blocks Micaiah Wilder.
She's got to get that shot off quicker. She took one dribble and then shot it.
Williamson working the ball over. Harris Hickbottom drives in, but their shot's blocked by Perryman.
Take care of the ball.
Driving in for the Lady Leopards. Cannot get it. Amiria Richard, and a foul committed on the play.
Perryman.
And that's a charge.
Yeah, I think they got Perryman for going over the back.
Oh, okay, over the back. That's her second one.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I'm talking about. There's going to be hard fouls that you're going. She was competing then. Those reaching fouls are the ones that put you on the bench.
Looks like an official's timeout, possibly, as she's going to discuss with one of the other officials there. Matter of fact, let's take a look at who's on the court. The Stripes call tonight: Melissa Clark, Howard Dean Sr., and Chris Williams.
2 shots.
So a foul was called on the play.
Away from the ball, so something was going on away from the ball.
Let's see who they attribute that foul to. Well, I believe that's the foul from Perryman on the other end. Coach.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is. Because they're in the double bonus.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So they walked it down another end,
Right.
and official Melissa Clark realized they needed to be shooting. So that's why Purdue's at the line shooting.
They ought to put some time back on the clock.
Because some time did run off,
Yeah.
and look at there, Williamson gets the carom off the rebound. As we are under 2 minutes here for our first ever broadcast of high school basketball and girls basketball at that. Johnson way outside of her range. She's normally not up that high.
They're spreading the court now, taking time off the clock.
And just when you say that, Coach, they commit a turnover. Here comes Amelia Richard running coast to coast.
See,
and she
nice
goes
shot.
to the hole.
She was open in a corner, too, where she could have pitched it. Good finish. Good finish. Hopefully they'll get a little run here and get going for the second half.
And Blount is in double figures, finally down 16 here with 1:13 remaining.
Don't foul, girls.
Down low to
That's
Destiny
great ball
Williams.
movement.
You can see Coach Wilder over there telling them no foul, no foul.
And on the other end, Coach Holly going, bring it out, bring the ball out. A lot of coaching going on.
And there's the foul right there. And we're actually going the other way. They're going to call a charge on Natalie Harris Hickbottom. So she picks up her first foul.
Tell you what, as it gets closer, some of these girls need to be taken out if they already got 2 or 3 fouls on them.
Here's Wilder for 3. And she is off.
Yeah.
Maybe thought one more quick second before releasing that one. Look for another pass opportunity. Down low to Johnson. As she goes up and under, and no good as she is stripped. Perryman with the ball. She kicks it out to Wilder. Little head fake from Wilder, and she gets it off the glass. Nice play by
For young
Micaiah
kids
Wilder.
to watch that, the ball fake, get them up in the air, then drive by. Very good executed. She might have learned that in the classroom.
She may have. Fouled on the play. Down low. It might be Logan Perryman. Let's see. So that is on Perryman. That's her third, Coach.
That ain't good.
So
That's
Blount
not
with
good.
two players with 3, Lauren Holder and Logan Perryman, with both with 3 fouls. Well, that may be something we have to talk to Coach Wilder about at halftime. We're hopefully going to have him over as he goes into the locker room to chat with us for a moment before he goes in.
Might have needed to substitute for her with having 2 for try and get her on offense and take her out on defense. We're having 2 fouls.
Yeah, the one thing that did hurt with the Leopards with Torrey and Holder picking up 2 so early on, especially Torrey had to pull her out real early.
Yeah, that should have been over the back. You know, the one thing that coaches want from officials, just be consistent. If you're not going to call a foul unless there's a bone showing, be consistent. If you're a little tap and you call it, be consistent. Oh, man.
Turnover as they tried to get it to Wilder in the corner.
I think that lady on the front row over there caught that one.
I believe she did.
Might have been second row.
Clock running down here, and Williamson on top, 27-12. That would have counted if it had went in. So there's your first half score, 27-12. As we try to get Coach Edmund Wilder over here and chat with him for a moment about his team's first half performance here. We'll get him set up with the
coach. One of the things that I wanted to visit with you. What's going to be your plan coming out the second half? You've got some of your key players in foul trouble. What are you going? You going to come out man zone? What do you think?
We're going to have to mix it up, Coach. We're going to have to come out, play defense with our feet, get back in transition, stop hanging up here, reaching out the ball 94 feet away from the goal. Got to be more disciplined. Right now, that's what's hurting us. We're putting ourselves in trouble because we keep fouling and jumping. We don't teach jumping block shots. We teach wall off. I got to get in there and get my girls to understand. You play defense by moving your feet, and then come out. Now to keep my girls out of foul trouble, dead balls offensively, have them on the court. Anytime we can stop the ball, get it dead, get somebody in, play defense, and keep swapping in and out. And hopefully we can get out of this game, get back in it. We only down 15, look like here. That's not a deep hole. We can climb back in it, but we got to be smart.
One of the things when I saw y'all play twice, is your aggressiveness on the ability to rebound. Y'all are a very good rebounding team. But with foul trouble, how's it going to affect your game the second half?
We just got to keep putting the body on the body. We can't stop rebounding. Now, honestly, right here in the first half, we gave up some rebounds on the free throw line that we never should have gave up because we just stepping in and not stepping across and getting the body on the body. So if we can just calm down, stop worrying about the media, worried about the stands, and just play basketball. You know, but all in all, it's good for Mobile. It's good for these kids to get this exposure like this. But the kids got to come out here and do the work.
All right, we appreciate it, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We're going to be back. We're going to bring you some more halftime. And also, we'll talk with the Mobile County Public School System Athletic Director, Mr. Brad Lowell. Don't move. It's headed your way right here for the MCPSS High School Game of the Week.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the campus of Mattie T. Blount High School for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. I am Al Wheaton, joined by the Athletic Director from Mobile County Public Schools, Brad Lowell. Brad, how excited are you? We are broadcasting basketball for the first time.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's an exciting time.
Yeah.
And we're excited to showcase our athletes now in basketball, girls and boys. And, I mean, tradition here is so strong in basketball, and so I'm excited to get these guys on TV and really showcase the talent that we have in Mobile County Public Schools.
And I love the fact we're kicking it off with the women first, and then the men are second. But it's really huge because we know basketball is huge in the area, from the church leagues to the rec league to outside of schools. But the fact that we're showing women first, and you know, the past year or two, it's been like huge for women. So this is really big to start off with the girls.
Well, we have a lot of strong women basketball teams.
Yeah.
And, you know, many years that we usually have a team or two that will go a long way in the playoffs.
Right.
And same with boys. In basketball, traditionally here, we have a lot of good coaches. We have a lot of good basketball teams.
Correct.
And, I mean, just look at tonight, the talent that's on the court. And we're just excited that you guys are able to come out here and do what you do and expand, transitioning from football now to basketball.
Yeah.
And being able to showcase not only the boys team, but the girls team. And it's an exciting time for us.
It is really huge. We're talking with the system's athletic director, Brad Lowell. And before the game, and I made mention to Coach Harris, I couldn't believe it that Coach Holly, she's been coaching 22 years. She doesn't look over 22, man. I mean, my goodness.
No, she does a great job, phenomenal job. And like I mentioned earlier, I mean, we can sit here and name all the coaches that have been through here, but she's just one of many that really, you know, traditionally have built really good programs. And again, I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a good run this year in the playoffs.
Absolutely, on the 5-game winning streak right now.
That's right.
Speaking of winning, Coach, I couldn't let you get out of here. I'm calling you Coach. I know you used to coach. Talk about the Viger Wolves in that state championship. How huge was that for our area down here?
Anytime a blue map comes down back to Mobile County, it's really an exciting time, and I'm very proud of Viger High School, the administration there, Coach McKenzie, his staff, the players, the community. I mean, it was such a big deal. It was such a awesome season for them. The things that they endured throughout the season.
Correct.
And still fought through adversity, put themselves in a position to come back with the blue map, and they did it.
Yeah, they did. They brought it home. So we appreciate the opportunity that they had to go to state, and maybe one of these teams may get to go to that, what is it called, the Final 48,
That's
or
right.
I believe
That's
so.
right. That's right.
So we appreciate you stopping by, Brett.
Yeah, same here. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, no doubt about it. We're going to take a break and come back, and hopefully we'll be talking with Tanika Roberson-Holly, the head coach for the Williamson Lady Lions. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
We welcome you back to the campus of Manatee Blount High School for our first ever MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow, and the Williamson's Ladies Lions head coach Tanika Roberson-Holly. Coach, we appreciate you stopping by to talk with us. You're in a commanding lead right now, 27-12. What'd you talk to your team about in the locker room?
We just told them this time, don't let up. We try to keep up the pace. We didn't need to come out hold of the second half. We just need to try to keep up the pace because we know they're going to make a run.
I got you.
One of the things that they do well, because I've seen Blount play twice, is they're a very good rebounding team. Y'all are beating them 4-1 on the boards. What have you got? How have you gotten them to be able to do that against a very good rebounding team?
Well, we're focusing on number 21. We're trying to make sure that they block her out, but she is a great athlete. So they're kind of focusing on her and making sure that they're blocking her out.
All right, second half. All right, Coach, you got about a minute left. We appreciate you stopping by to talk with us, all right? Good luck in the second half. All right, Coach, there it is right there. Coach Arrow, as we got to talk to Coach Holly about her plans moving into the second half as we are less than 1 minute away from the third quarter kicking off. Taking a look at fouls here for the Blount Lady Leopards. They have Lauren Holder with 3, Logan Pearman with 3, Zakiria Ross with 1, and Denaya Torrey with 2. For the Williamson Lady Lions, Tanaya Smith has 2, Mama Allen with 2, Janika Austin with 2, and Harris Hickbottom and Shadanya Johnson both have 1. So we'll see what adjustments Coach Wilder's going to make working in the floor here with who he's going to bring on the floor, who may be in foul trouble, Coach.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But if you look at those stats, again, it's amazing to me. I would have never thought that Williamson would be beating them so bad on the boards. It's like 4-1.
Yeah, if we get a chance, we'll try to get the stats up for you right quick with Williamson on top 27-12. If we can work those in, look at some of the numbers that China Powell has put together for us here to give you an idea of what we're talking about.
That stat right there with Logan Perryman having 3 fouls.
That's huge.
That's major, major, major.
And Perryman not on the floor right now, as a matter of fact.
I'm anxious to see what they're going to come out, what kind of energy that Blount's going to come out with.
Taking our first look at Carlnesia Harris-Porter, number 24 for the Leopards, as she's in the ball game, a 5'7" center. And they put on Shadanya Johnson, who launches one from the top of the key.
And that's not her.
That's not her range, Coach.
That's not her.
And put back in by Natalie Harris-Hickbottom as they steal the ball. And Williamson gets a quick score to start off the third quarter, up 29-12 right now. Yeah. Another steal, Destiny Williams.
That's 2 turnovers within 30 seconds.
Looks like that foul committed by Amiria Richard. Here are the stats, Coach. Field goals, as you look right there on the screen. Williamson 4 for 16. Blount 5 for 17 from the floor. But look at the threes right there. 5 for 10 for Williamson and 0 for 8 for Blount. That's huge.
Rebounds 15-6.
As the Lady Lions were wiping the glass clean there in the first half. Great job by China Power, our statistician tonight, helping us out right here at the table. Williamson versus Blount. This is an out-and-area ball game, but as you said right off the top, Coach, the tradition of this rivalry goes back years, traveling on the play. So even though one team 6A, 4A, they're still rivals when you get down to it.
When it gets down to these two playing, those classifications go out the window. They want to win.
And speaking of winning, Coach Wilder puts Holder back in the ball game with 3 fouls here, so she's going to inbounds this ball here for the Blount Lady Leopards.
They've got to do something to be able to take care of the ball.
So Perryman will sit, but he'll roll the dice and bring in Holder.
That's a nice break.
As they break the press right there, but lose the ball. Look who's pushing it up the floor, Shadanya Johnson. Coach Holly told us her son refers to her as Big Bird, Coach. She said it reminds her of Big Bird from Sesame Street. But she's doing big things tonight for the Lions. Swinging that ball out to Destiny Williams. They're a good ball movement right here for Williamson.
Tamilia Allen, to me, is having a really good game. She's doing some good things.
That ball caroms off. Rebound by Blount, moving it up the floor. Zykeria Ross. She decides to take a 3 and drains it from way downtown. A 3 for Zykeria Ross.
Let's see if that gets them going. They need some energy from somewhere.
Yeah, some type of pop to get them going.
Anything. That blood's been drained from them. They got to get some blood back.
Picks up her dribble. Janika Austin hands it over to Williams.
This is the most that I've seen Shadonia coming outside. Generally, she hangs around the goal there. Very nice cut underneath.
Count the basket for Janika Austin as she is fouled on the play.
I tell you what, they're executing really well against the man-to-man. That was a shuffle cut low and wide open, and they hit her.
That's Holder's 4th foul, Coach. So Coach Wilder's gonna have to pull her back to the bench.
Yeah. I know it's frustrating for Coach Holder because he wants to do good for the girls.
Right. Ironically, he mentioned about the nervousness maybe because of the lights and the cameras today. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think he said you. You
I think
made him nervous.
but you know, that's something to think about with especially for the girls, for the women here, Coach. They don't really get the lights and the action like the guys do a majority of the time.
Right.
So that could be having an effect. Carlnesia Harris-Porter scores down low. She's definitely getting her time in right now and gets into the stat book. Nice little dump down pass. Porter grabs the rebound and she is fouled. Looks like Shadanya Johnson may have gotten her.
Tell you what, Carlnesia, she's gotten in and done some good things. She's just got these out here on the court right now has got to slow down and give some solid playing time till those girls can come back on the court with the foul trouble.
And I believe we have a timeout, 30-second timeout. So while we have a timeout, we'll take a look at one of our Scholar Student of the Week. And this young lady is from LaFleur High School, Miss Nestle Poe. She's a junior with a GPA of 4.28 and looking to head to the University of Alabama at Birmingham to study biology and pursue a degree towards being an OBGYN. She also receives offers from Miles College, Millsap, Valdosta, and the University of Alabama, involved with a lot of community and volunteer activities along the Gulf Coast, like Feeding the Gulf Coast, local toy drives, and she supports the Ronald McDonald House as well. So one of our scholar student spotlights tonight, Miss Nestle Poe over at LaFleur High School. And we'll be featuring more throughout the rest of the evening. That foul called on Shadanya Johnson. That's her second one.
See, they're holding the ball too long in the middle. That thing's got to be shifted from one side to the other.
They finally get it across the timeline. Porter just tried to barrel her way over Johnson. No foul call, but traveling called right there on Amiria Richard. Yeah. So that'll turn it over. Back to Williamson.
They need her. I've seen when she played against Baker, she had a really good game. She needs to step it up.
Richard averages 6.5 points a ball game.
That's where they want the ball.
Feeding it down low to Shadanya Johnson. Rebound grab by Harris Porter. And she is fouled. I wonder if that's going on Johnson again.
Yeah. How many times do you see somebody miss an easy shot and then whack? They go foul somebody through frustration. Not right. See, that's one of those ones that gets you to the bench with too many fouls.
And that foul does go against Johnson, but traveling for the Lady Leopards, they turn it over. Johnson's going to take a seat. They're going to bring in Ulethea Purdue. Got to watch out for her. She's a lefty. Haven't really called her name too much tonight. She played very well Saturday when I saw her against LaFleur. And she ran the point for the Williamson Lady Lions. And a foul committed by Blount. I believe that'll be on Amiria Richard, her second one.
That one almost hit the ceiling.
It is.
She put enough arc on that one.
So that last foul, they actually called it on Denia Torrey. That's her third. Blount gets over the timeline.
Take your time.
Down 17 here in the third quarter.
Good.
Hands up, defense, hands up.
Way to pull the ball back out.
Good. Zacharias setting them up, running.
Ball saved by Porter. And Blount does recover. And a foul committed. Looks like on Destiny Williams.
Yep.
That's her first one.
If they can get, if Blount gets the ball in number 3's hands, Torrey, she can go. I mean, there's not anybody out there any quicker, and then pitch to the open person or get to the hole.
There's a three right there launched by Zykeria Ross. Leopards get the rebound. And who comes out with it? Janika Austin, but it is stolen right back. Pass, shot no good. Allen works the ball across the timeline. As they're trying to go down low to Ulethea Purdue, who's playing center right now.
They're doing a really good job. Coach Holly does a really good job of getting her girls to run the offense, and when I say that, they turn the ball over.
And a double dribble
but
right there.
Everybody was still moving to where they were supposed to be.
It's
she just
funny.
forgot she dribbled once.
It's tough for us to be quiet, Coach, but when we talk, bad things happen for some reason. Logan Perriman checks in. She has 3 fouls. And that's going to be a traveling right in front of us by Zykeria Ross. He took the extra step when she didn't need to.
See, when they reverse the ball here, somebody's got to be in the middle to hit the middle and go to the backside, and we're off to the races.
Another substitution for Blount. Trinity Crawford comes back into the ball game. And you're right, Coach Arrow, the crowd continuing to grow.
Comes in. We're going to have a packed house.
As we're getting closer to the men, it's a double hitter tonight for the MCPSS TV network. Double dribble call once again against Williamson, and that is the order of the day. Up next, we'll broadcast the men as well. So a day of first here. but kicking it off with 2 back-to-back for us. Coach, they're getting all the work out of us today, man. We got to work 2 games, and it's a
time and a half,
Tuesday.
don't we?
We're going to have to get something. They're letting the kids out of school in a couple of days, so we need to talk to Miss Diane in the truck and get us something. How about that?
Did they ever go back to school?
Yeah, they went back.
They did? Okay, all right.
They went back. I picked my twins up today. They were excited because they have 2 days remaining, and you could see that one telegraphed as it was going to Miria Richard.
Even though she telegraphed it, they're reversing the ball side to side. They're just they're not trying to dribble through the full court press. That doesn't work. It never has worked and it still won't work.
Didn't work for Williamson as Ulithia Purdue picked up her 2nd personal foul.
Pass that ball.
Blount passing it over, trying to look for the open person. Down 17 here. That's a backcourt violation as they lose that ball. Williamson pretty much in control here. I'm going to say, Coach, compared to the first 2 quarters, kind of a sloppily played 3rd quarter so far for the Lady Lions. They really exerted in the 2nd quarter, but things kind of out of sync right now for Williamson.
Yeah, Williamson Lions, they played so well the first half, and now, you know, they're not playing up to the caliber that they did, and it looks sloppy. So, you know, both teams need to just take a big breath and go back to what they do best. And Blount just they've got to really, but they've put themselves in such a hole. It's hard to press, it's hard to zone. They got to play catch-up ball.
Micaiah Wilder picks up her first foul.
Tell you what, while they're shooting free throws here, if you want to see a good basketball game for women, go over Monday night and see Davidson at UMS. Davidson has got a really good team. I think they're the only team here that's undefeated. They're 13-0. And UMS is very good also.
And I heard, yeah, UMS is just tearing down the nets over there.
You talk about a team that can shoot. They can really shoot the ball.
Traveling called on the play. I had to do a quick check. That's Wilder's 2nd foul, actually. Harris Hickbottom passing it over to Mama Allen. Wilder with some defense there. Blount has to do something. Back out to
very patient.
Purdue. And very patient, just working the ball across the court, taking their time.
They're going to take what they want to get.
And pretty much a loose ball right there, and it goes over to Blount on the turnover.
Sort of thought she got fouled a little bit on the way, on her journey to the hole.
I think she thought she did.
She carried 2 of Blount with her.
Logan Pierman checks back in for the Blount Leopards.
See, they're not making it move from one side to the other. They're keeping it on one side. Nice pass.
Down low.
Great
Crawford
effort.
And blocked by Harris Hickbottom.
I mean, she came from the other side of the gym to block that shot. Great effort. Great effort.
Take a look at the replay right there. Here it is. Good job. Charles in the truck giving us the replay. Still Blount ball.
Get it inside.
They're looking for that 3. And they get it from Zykeria Ross as she hits for 3.
Downtown Ross.
The lead is now 15, and we're under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter.
2 or 3 stops and good execution on offense and get right back into it.
I know Coach Wilder wanted to be a bit closer into that lead as he wanted to whittle it down some. Foul on the play. Looks like they're going to give that one to Trinity Crawford. Should be her 2nd foul. Foul on the floor. Blount with 5 team fouls and Williamson with 4 right now.
Tamala Allen has really played an exceptional game. She set people up. She scored when she had to. She's strong with the ball.
Ball movement by the Williamson Lady Lions, and Shania Mitchell scores down low off the glass. Blount trying to break the press here, and they lose it.
See, again, they're trying to break it through the dribble, and you're not going to break a press through the dribble.
You just talked about Mama Allen as she scores that quick layup, extends the lead to 19. So at the end of 3, it's 39-20. Williamson all in control right here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. We're going to take a break and come back and bring you more action. Don't you move.
My name is Harshini. I'm a junior at Davidson High School, and after graduation, I plan on pursuing a career in dermatology. Currently, I'm taking science classes such as AP Chemistry, Biology, and Human Anatomy, which will help me pursue my career. I feel as though Mobile County is preparing me for my career choice in that they provide rigorous classes that help me think further beyond just what I'm learning. I'm Harshini Cannon, a junior at Davidson High School, and I'm learning today so I can be a leader tomorrow.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell, Williamson on top, 39-20. What were you saying before the break there, Coach?
Wherever you have a really good team like Davidson, you have a really good player. Kelsey Thompson plays for Davidson.
Okay.
She could play for the guys. She's averaging 28 points a game, just signed with the University of South Alabama. I'll tell you what, Coach Fowler at South got a heck of a player.
That's huge right there.
Yep.
Wow. So that's going to be Monday night, Davidson.
Monday night at UMS. If you like women's basketball, this is going to be a really, really good game.
Right now, Blount down 19 points. As you can see, Coach Wilder over there to the top left doing his best coaching job that he can do. Blount is 3-2 at home. They had back-to-back losses earlier in the season to Jackson and Baker. And their last home win was a week ago against Baker. Coach, I believe you were here for that rematch and watched them. So you've literally seen them 7 days apart.
Yeah, I've seen both of them. And, you know, I thought Perriman, if she wouldn't have gotten in foul trouble, she started thinking too much rather than reacting. And being in foul trouble, that'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But she had 19 points and 15 rebounds against Baker, who has a nice team.
Blount gets it across the timeline.
Oh.
There's Perriman as we talked her up, and she is fouled as she's trying to go to the basket.
She's got to make those free throws.
She goes to the line. That foul on Shania Mitchell, her first. So Perriman will be shooting 2.
We'll see if they come back out, make this one, come back out with a press. But this young lady has got to stay out of foul trouble.
She is the Lady Leopards' leading scorer with 13.5 points per game, averages 7 rebounds as well. But you're right, with her getting into that early foul trouble, it definitely hampered things.
Yeah, here they come with their press.
Quick timeout called by Coach Edmund Wilder. This is a full timeout. So we'll take a quick break and come back for more action for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. There's a shot of Shadanya Johnson as she has been cleaning the glass tonight, averages 12 points per game. She's having a great ball game tonight for the Williamson Lions as they are on top 39-22. here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week, featuring the women up first, Coach.
We got South Alabama playing tonight. Also, they're playing Tarleton University. Billy Gillespie is coaching Tarleton now. That was at Kentucky and Texas
Coach
A&M.
Billy Gillespie,
Yeah. Richie's after, I think, the ninth win in a row. That put him, I think, 9-2.
Traveling on the play, so that ball will go back to the Leopards. As Lauren Holder checks in, she has 4 fouls, Coach. So at 7:01, Holder comes back into the ball game with her 4th foul. Let's see how this plays out. Coach Wilder knows he has to get something, so he has Holder on the floor and Perryman as well.
See, they got the ball to the middle, got the ball down the court, set up. Very good.
Working it back over to Wilder as she tries to get down to Perryman. They go back outside again. Holder with the ball. Here's a shot right there and drains the 3. Lauren Holder. Big shot right there for the Blount Leopards.
Hopefully they'll put some spark in them. Get a couple stops here and there.
Destiny Williams loses control as the Leopards were all over her, but they garner it back.
Get on the floor.
Another loose ball and a loose ball foul committed right there by Micaiah Wilder. I know she wants that one back.
Yeah, you hate to see that was a weak foul. You know, if you're gonna call them when a bone's showing, do it the whole game. You know, if not, don't call the little picky pack fouls.
That's the 3rd foul on Wilder. Away from the ball. Looks like a
got another
foul
opportunity.
Called on Williamson. Called that one on Ulithia Purdue. That's a 3rd.
I really liked what they did against Williamson's press, put Perryman in the middle. Now she's over here. We'll see if they get somebody else in the middle. And they broke it very easily last time.
Getting a Holder to get her shirt tail in. That's something the officials want you to do. Tuck
There
your
you
shirt
go.
tail in. It even counts for the ladies as well as the men. Got to tuck your shirt tail in.
Come back.
Got to get it across the timeline here. Barely do. Back into the hands of Lauren Holder. She swings it over as they work it down low. Perryman with the shot. It's off. Rebound garnered by Williamson. Driving in for Williamson, Tania Smith.
That's a foul.
And who comes away with it? Lauren Holder with the rebound.
She's consistent. She's a warrior. She'll stick her nose in there and go after those balls.
Approaching 5 minutes left in the ball game. Blount down 14. Perryman with the rebound and drops it in.
Back to 12 points.
Blount going with the press here. Ball over Shadanya Johnson's head. She can't haul it in. Who's there for it? Perryman as she swings it to Holder.
Got to get somebody in the middle of that zone.
Ross backs out, gets it back over to Wilder. They're looking
Move
to
the
get
zone,
it.
don't hold it.
Looking to get it down low to Perryman, but she can't break through that zone, as you talked about it, Coach.
You got to pass the ball. You can't be dribbling, holding the ball. Perryman's got to break to the ball. She's sort of walking to the ball.
And there's a 5-second call called against Blount. You just talked about it. You can't be holding the ball. You got to pass it. Checking in for the Leopards, number 10, Trinity Crawford, and number 3, Denia Torrey. Torrey with 3 fouls as well, so on the floor. You have Perryman with 3. They took Holder out of the ball game, maybe give her a break. She came in at 7:01. She does have 4 fouls.
Got to come up with those loose balls. If Blount's going to get back into this game, give themselves it, they got to come up with those loose balls.
That was an opportunity, and Johnson loses it right there. And there's an opportunity for the Leopards to try to claw back in, down 12 here with 4:24 remaining in the contest. After this, we will have the Williamson versus the Blount boys up next. So it's a double hitter tonight for Coach Arrow and I. See which one of these fast food spots going to stay open late for us tonight, Coach, when we leave. But I hadn't forgot about that hospitality room between the game. Though.
It's waiting for us.
Between the contest. Down low, Perriman. She swings it back out.
No.
Holder's in the game, and she puts it up. No good.
And the worst part about that was Perriman was wide open underneath the goal. When she's open, they got to get her the ball underneath there if they're going to have a chance to get back in this game.
Mama Allen brings it out.
Another opportunity.
She is called for carrying.
I haven't seen that called in a long time.
You come to some of those JUCO games and you can see it. 30-second timeout called right here by Coach Robertson Holly. I think she wants to calm her troops down. The lead's been cut to 12. It was up to 19 at the end of the third quarter, Coach.
And I might also add, there's boys, girls, and boys and girls tournaments going to be going on over the Christmas break. If you're interested in basketball, where a lot of the local teams will be playing at UMS December 28th, 29th, and 30th, they'll have a very good roster of teams playing in that tournament.
Sure will. Matter of fact, for the Blount girls, they're going to travel to BC Rain this Friday. Then they're going to host Viger, and then they're playing in the Daphne Holiday Hoops Classic starting on the 27th. So there's a girls tournament you could check out as well as the one you just mentioned. So a lot will be taking place over the holidays. We're under 4 minutes. That ball lost by Lauren Holder. I know she wants that one back.
Yeah, she took her eye off the ball. Yep. She was already passing it before she caught it.
Just that quick. Checking back in for the Williamson Lady Lions, you have Janika Austin. Holder definitely wants that back. Pushing foul called against Blount. That's going to put Williamson into 1-1.
T. Allen has played an exceptional game tonight. She's handled the ball. She set people up. I can't say enough for her. If I was going to nominate a player of the game, she would be right there at the top as she misses her free throw.
We did it again, Coach. That's the third foul on Denia Torrey of Blount. On the tie-up, it's Blount's basketball. Even though the possession arrow said, well, I believe it should be Williamson's ball. Now they change the possession arrow. The possession arrow was saying, there we go, it is Williamson's ball, right.
If they keep guessing, they'll get it right.
Yeah, they'll get it right.
Later.
I'm looking at the arrow across the court there like it says Williamson. Down low to Shadanya Johnson. She pulls back from the drop step, and they just clear it out.
They're passing the ball really well.
As they go back down low to Harris Hickbottom, and she is fouled on the play.
They have really executed their offense the whole night. I'm glad we're not keeping turnovers.
I'm with you. That foul on Logan Perrin, that's her Perriman, I'm sorry, Coach, that's her fourth foul. So Blount has 2 with 4 on the floor, Perriman and Holder, as Harris Hickbottom sinks the first one off the glass.
Off the glass.
Hey, the glass is your friend. It's up there for a reason now. I mean,
do those count in Alabama?
You should use it. Oh, yeah, it sure do.
Right. Okay. She almost tried again.
The second one, no good. Williamson putting a little pressure, up 13, and another travel against the Blount Leopards. Wilder picks that foot up. You got to dribble first.
Yeah, and she was wide open. I mean, she could have shot that one.
Probably was undecided in what she wanted to do and chose the wrong move and got called for walking. 3:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Williamson on top by 13. Blount started the third quarter down by 19, but they haven't been able to get it within a single digit here.
And they've had their chances. You know, that's the thing about it. The last 4 or 5 times down the court, before that, they've had chances to get back in it.
Down low they go to Harris Hickbottom. She throws it up. Johnson throws her shot up. And they get the loose ball. Cross-court pass. Back down to Johnson again. That little drop step move. And she is fouled on the play. That might be Perriman's 5th.
That's 5.
And I believe she is going to head to the bench, Coach.
Hate to see that because she's a better
That's her
player.
5th foul.
Yeah, she just stayed in foul trouble the whole game.
The leading scorer for the Leopards. So Johnson will go to the line shooting 2, checking in for Williamson. Ulethea Purdue. At the end of the ball game, we'll talk to the winning coach and also give you the end of the ball game statistics as we get ready for the men's game. There'll be a slight delay, so make sure you stay with us. We'll take a little break to let the men come out here and get warmed up, and Coach Aaron and I are going to try to take over the hospitality room if there's anything left.
They had it locked a while ago. It's safe.
See, here's the thing, Coach. You've never worked with the crew before, so I know how these guys operate. So it might be some crumbs in there.
They had it locked up. They knew we were coming.
Is that what it was? Foul called on Natalie Harris Hickbottom, her 2nd. At the line shooting for Blount, Denia Torrey. Torrey got into early foul trouble tonight. She had to take her time on the bench as well. Misses the first shot, and the rebound brought in by the Lions.
You know, again, one of the stats that Blount's not good at is free throws, and to try and catch up just with the free throw line is going to be tough.
Williamson just doing ball movement right now, basically playing keep away.
They've made 4 passes and the ball hadn't hit the ground yet. They're moving the defense and taking some time off the clock too.
Pretty much traveling called against Williamson doing that movement. Someone moved a little too much. Crowd continues to come on in for the next ball game that'll be taking place. Weaving her way down low and misses Amiria Richard. Fast break opportunity. My Allen, and she scores it again, Coach.
Yes. Are we giving player of the game? She's got my vote.
If I had a vote, I would agree with you. I don't know if my man Wade made a graphic for that one or not. We'll have to get that ready for the next ball game. Oh. Shadanya Johnson grabs the rebound, goes down low. So maybe we can see if we can grab her a wing out the hospitality room or a meatball or something. Fine effort tonight, young lady.
We're going to make up a player of the game. You know, the Al Ronnie Award.
Shadanya Johnson on the line.
See, she stepped back after she shot at that time. Still room if you're looking for a good high school game to come to.
It is. Great opportunity here. Our first ever high school broadcast for the MCPSS TV network. Love that we're starting it off with the ladies tonight. Then we'll have the men afterwards. Checking in for Williamson, number 11, Danielle Moore. Coach Robertson-Howley hasn't cleared the bench yet, but she could if she chose to, up 45-27
it's time
over the Leopards.
She could do that.
Nia Terry just kind of lofted that one up. No good, but a foul call down low.
The Alabama Gulf Coast High School report for this area has Blount number 5 in this area and Williamson number 7 in this area. So we've got the 5th and 7th place team in this area playing right around the corner tonight.
That's right. Third foul by Natalie Harris Hickbottom. Young man who's an official in the area, one of my good church members, good friend of mine, Rufus Hudson. He said, who you guys got to? I said, well, we got Williamson versus Blount. He said, yeah, you got a pretty good matchup going on. He said, girls and boys. I said, appreciate it.
When we get to that game, the 2 point guards in that game have got excellent opportunities to be able to go and play in college.
We're about a minute 20 away from witnessing that, Coach, because I can see across the way the young men are lining up to get ready to take out to the court to get warmed up for the next contest as Williamson grabs that rebound pretty much as they've done all night tonight and grabbed the lead and maintained it. Loose ball. Blount could not get going, and Williamson takes advantage of it. They are fouled on the play, I believe. Tanaya Smith fouled right there.
Well, it's just a shame that Blount got in early foul trouble to begin with. There's no doubt in my mind that this game would have been a lot closer. And the thing about it, Al, is as well as you know, during any break, like the Christmas break coming, you always want to win that last game. I think both of them still have 1 or 2 games left, but you want to go into Christmas having good games, getting ready for the second part.
Speaking of that, Williamson, they're going to host Citronelle this Thursday. Then they are off for the holiday break. I didn't notice their schedule showing them on any tournaments or any classics coming up, so they have one more game and then they are done. And as I said earlier, Blount, they're going to travel to BC Rain Friday, then host Viger, and they'll play in the Daphne Holiday Hoops Classic starting on December 27th. But the night belongs to the Williamson Lady Lions here in our first contest. As Amelia Richard drains it, she looks shocked as if it, like she was surprised it went in, Coach.
Got a little steal, scored again.
Sure did. Alicia Dinkins down low, picking up a couple points toward the end. Double dribble, that is Blount's ball. Williamson on top 45-31.
Well, they brought it back and kept it pretty respectable. If it stays like this, hopefully they can cut it a little bit more. Nice play.
Foul down low.
And I'll say this, the officials I think have been for the most part consistent. And again, that's all as a coach. When I coach, that's all I ask for. Just be consistent, especially when you're on the road.
That's right. Danielle Moore picks up her first foul. At the line shooting, Alana Gordon, 5'7" junior for the Lady Leopards. No, it's not the outcome Coach Wilder wanted tonight. Came in with a 2-game losing streak, and coming back home, you want to pick that win up.
Yeah, they'll wind up 7-6 after this game. They need to regroup.
All stolen, loose on the floor.
They still battling.
Blount comes up with it, yeah. They're tenacious toward the end. Still a live ball. We'll give credit to Dinkins on the basket right there. I'm sure that's something Coach Robertson Howley may not be too happy about toward the end. That ball is going to be out on Williamson as Amelia Richard got smart and threw it out on Destiny Williams.
And Destiny's played a good game tonight. She was very consistent, didn't try and do too much, got the rest of the players involved.
And the last shot is no good, so Williamson gets the win 45-33. We're going to try to effort to get an opportunity to talk with head coach Tanika Robertson-Howley of Williamson as they pick up their 6th game in a row. I mean, their 6th win in a row. They came in on a 5-game winning streak. So we're going to make an effort to try to get her over here if possible. Great win tonight for Williamson, 45-33.
What's up, man?
Up next, we will have the men. It'll be Williamson versus Blount. Coach, I see you got your fan club here with you tonight. They got to remember you on the air, man. As we wait for Coach Howley to head this way. Her Williamson Lady Lions running behind us, very excited. Coach Howley checking with some of her assistants as they clear the bench area out, and the Williamson men take to the floor to get their practice going. Doesn't look like we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Howley. So up next, the men will be on action. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back with Williamson versus Blount with the men. Don't move. This has been the first MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Headed your way. One more.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
I'm Tracy Tran, and I'm in the Healthcare and Dental Academy at Theodore High School. In the Dental Academy, I'm working alongside dental professionals getting hands-on training from those already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job makes me want to work even harder because now I know what I want to be.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. To find out more, visit mcpss.com.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
In June 2021, the Mobile County JROTC program participated in the 6th JROTC STEM Leadership Academy. The focus of the STEM Leadership Academy is to expose students to career opportunities that exist within Mobile County and the surrounding areas. The theme for this year was career opportunities in the field of aviation. Students took a variety of field trips to include local aviation museums as well as major aviation industry partners. Cadets also took part in all the great things that JROTC Army programs are expected to do: rappelling, land navigation, ground-proof training, sports and physical fitness activities, and numerous leadership opportunities. While attending the 6-day resident camp located on the beautiful campus of Spring Hill College, students were engaged in several challenging STEM projects. As we integrate military disciplines and STEM, students who complete the camp come away feeling confident and have an understanding of what they can accomplish physically as well as possible career choices that may interest them. The JROTC STEM Camp is a wonderful addition to what is offered to students in Mobile County. Keeping with our aviation theme, students learned about the history of aircraft by visiting 2 local museums. First, the Pensacola Naval Aviation Museum at Naval Air Station Pensacola, and the Aviation Pavilion at the USS Alabama Battleship Park. Mobile is home to a robust and thriving aviation community, and students had the opportunity to visit some of the industries located at Brookley Field. Airbus is a leader in the aviation industry. They opened their doors to allow us to tour their final assembly building, where some of the most modern wide-bodied planes are assembled right here in Mobile, Alabama. Students learned what skill sets it takes to begin a career in the aircraft industry. ST Aerospace Engineering refurbishes large passenger jets as well as cargo jets. Our students toured their facility and were exposed to specific skilled labor opportunities at this facility. In addition, students went to Mobile Flight Works, a new educational facility with a focus on aviation careers and maintenance opportunities. Continuing with the aviation theme, our cadets learned a lot of principles about aviation and lift. What better way to put this in practice than to fly a kite? Our students visited Dauphin Island, where they constructed their own kite and had the opportunity to fly it. During the camp, we had a very dynamic curriculum that focused on several different STEM projects that the students had to execute while at Spring Hill College. The students learned to work together within their platoon and had to meet rigorous course expectations. As a result of funding provided by the National Science Foundation, students had the opportunity to learn how to fly drones. This provided a great opportunity for hands-on learning. A JROTC camp is not complete without unique training opportunities that are Army-centric. While at Dauphin Island, we visited Fort Gaines, where the students learned about this historic facility and the leadership that took place during the American Civil War. One of the activities that the Army expects us to do as part of a normal JROTC Cadet Leadership Challenge is to conduct ground-proof training. Students went to the U.S. Coast Guard Aviation Training Center, where they learned how to rescue themselves if they fall into any body of water. Students are taught to use their uniform to create a flotation device. These techniques have saved the lives of sailors and soldiers countless times. One of the more exciting activities is rappelling. Rappelling builds self-confidence by having students scale down a tower. It is unnatural to back off of a 45-foot tall platform, but overcoming fear of heights is one of the major outcomes of this training. It's a big boost for cadet self-confidence, and for many cadets, this is one of life's key learning moments. Land navigation is essential for any JROTC cadet. Students learn how to read maps, they learn the different types of terrain, and how to navigate with only a compass. Drill is a fundamental aspect of JROTC. It teaches discipline, leadership, and precision, working together as a team. These skill sets translate easily into life, whether students choose a career in the military or choose to be a civilian.
Our charter is to make cadets into better citizens, and if they choose to go in the Army, that's a path, but also a lot of our cadets earn scholarships, go to college, or straight into industry, like working with the industry partners here through this whole week for the STEM leadership camp. A lot of the industry partners have brought kids into the factories and workshops and showing the cadets pathways to straight into industry.
It's really a great experience, and it makes you a better person because, like I've said before, it builds your leadership skills, helps with teamwork, and it really gets you out of your shell.
The STEM camp would not be possible without our sponsors. The National Science Foundation has been our main supporter these past several years. We would like to thank Mobile County Public Schools and its leadership, along with our many other partners and sponsors.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
I mean, there's just something that's undeniable about the image.
You have to be willing to get dirty.
It was for real as it could get.
You're lost in that moment and something remarkable happened.
There's a beauty to that, you know, it's like this discovery.
Tonight, the location is the Leopards Den at Blount High School as the Williamson Lions come in to face the Blount Leopards in an out-of-area contest. The excitement here in the Leopards Den is at a fever pitch as these two teams get ready to square off on the hardwood. It's time for round two of the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Al Wheaton along with the legendary coach Ronnie Arrow. Coach, on paper, this may be an out-of-area game, but the crowd inside doesn't seem to say that at all.
No, this is a great crowd. They've been waiting for this. Again, once they get into this gym, the rivalry between these two schools in this town goes back a long way.
It really, really does. I mean, it's out of area. We talked about it during the girls' game. Blount is 6A, Williamson is 4A, but the way they're coming in, it really doesn't make a difference because these are two really good, talented ball clubs we have tonight.
The guards in this game and the inside people, Alistair Nixon inside is going to be the primary guy. If they go to him, they're going to be able to score inside. He's athletic, he can move, he can jump. He's one to watch.
Speaking of that, let's get to the starting lineup and take a look at who's going to be taking the floor as they call out the lineup right now. You just talked about Alistair Dixon right there. He's going to be starting at forward for Williamson along with Daniel Miller. Now, he is the quarterback for the Williamson football team. He's playing forward tonight. He kind of reminds me of Tractor Trailer a little bit when I look at him. Also, Robert Brown starting at guard, Anthony Johnson, and Justin Brown. Coach, you talked about it. The point guard, number 11, you got to keep your eye on him. He is really, really a threat for the Lions.
There's going to be a college matchup in guards in this gym tonight. Justin Brown for Williamson Lions and Trey Broadhead for the Blount Leopards. Those two guys, watch. They could be the difference in this game.
And Trey Broadhead right there, he comes in at the guard, getting the start along with Charles Estes, Clarence Pearson. Kel Smith, he played defensive back, cornerback for the Blount Leopards, and Antonio Robinson Jackson. And you talked about Trey Broadhead averaging 12.2 points per game and 5.2 rebounds. And for Williamson, Justin Brown, 11 points per game along with Anthony Johnson. So they kind of have a dual threat in their starting lineup tonight as well.
I know Coach Chuck Taylor from Coastal Alabama North is here tonight to watch these two guards. So not only is it a first game here tonight,
correct,
but we also is a start of college coaches coming in to see these local talent in this town. And that's what it's all about.
That is huge because we know with so many things going on now in college ball with the transfer portal and the NIL that's going on, opportunities, it don't seem to be like they used to be back in the day,
No,
Coach.
it's not. No, the portal has really hurt. It's almost killed high school players. Unless you're a top, that's Coach Taylor from Coastal North Alabama, and he's here to see these two young men play in Justin Brown and Broadhead. Those two guys could be the difference in this game and probably will be the difference, but also watch Alistair getting the ball inside.
That's right, Coach.
This is a man's game tonight.
Coach Forcier told me Trey Broadhead, he's kind of like a diamond in the rough, got a couple JUCO offers as well, so it's real huge that they get those looks tonight. Justin Brown, a member of the 2020 state championship team, along with Daniel Miller. Williamson won that state championship a couple of years ago, 2020. Matter of fact, under their head coach, Sean Bay Hunter, as we're ready for tip-off with Dixon and Antonio Robinson Jackson about to tip this off. Williamson in control. And who has his hands on the ball? Justin Brown, averaging 11 points per game.
Left-handed.
For the Lions.
There's not a quicker guard in this town, with or without the ball.
Williamson featuring two lefties, Coach Arrow, because Daniel Miller is left-handed as well.
Right.
So they really can catch you off guard, if you know what I mean.
See, right there, they got to get Alistair the ball inside.
Trying to work
they've got to go inside to go outside.
And a quick foul picked up by Blount. Gonna call that one on Kel Smith, his first. And there's Brown launching it, and he hits the three, and Williamson starts us off with a three here in the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week, featuring the men now.
He's averaging 17 points a game, and if he gets it going with that 3-point, boy, he can really let it fly.
Blount taking their time. Broadhead throwing it back over to Kel Smith. As they try to set something up, they're looking to get down low to Pearson. Pop it over to Robinson Jackson. His shot is off. Williamson on the run. Back out to Brown. He launches a quick three in and out.
He's not bashful.
Rebound grabbed by Robinson Jackson. Across the timeline, there goes the Leopards. Thought about it for a second, was Trey Broadhead, but he gave it over to Robinson Jackson. His shot is off. There's Daniel Miller. Tried to lead the play at the quarterback that he is and throws it away. Turnover to Blount. As we said, Jim at a fever pitch. Great crowd here tonight for both of these teams. As you talked about, Coach Taylor in the house as well. And I'm sure there may be a few others.
I'm going to tell you what, this is his first year at the Coastal Alabama North, but you give him some time and he's going to have that thing going. Couldn't ask for a nicer guy and a great coach.
Awesome, awesome.
He was with me at both when we started the program in Corpus and when we came back to South Alabama.
Wow, look at there. So some long ties right there,
long
Coach.
Ties.
A three launched by Brown. It is off. Trey Broadhead comes down with the rebound. Doesn't have the numbers, but he's going to drop it on in there for a quick two, and it gets Blount on the board.
Those are the size kids that Broadhead is. He's thick, he's strong, he's quick, and he can shoot the ball.
Broadhead 6 feet, averages 12 points per game. Ball across the backboard, so that's a turnover to Blount.
And the thing about Broadhead, too, he's averaging 5 rebounds a game.
So he can wipe the glass as well.
And great kid, great kid.
Smith at point right now. Williamson backing off. Going into a 2-3 zone. Charge called against Blount on Trey Broadhead as he lowered the head, and they got him. Melissa Clark with the call on him. Turnover on the play.
And like the last game, neither one of these two teams can afford to have the 2 point guards taken out of the game.
Yeah, that would really dismantle either of those teams. And matter of fact, we have the same officials crew. They didn't dismantle the crew, so they're double dipping like us tonight, Coach. They're working 2 games.
Yeah. Alistair making his move inside, nice spin move, goes and gets it.
Had a chance to watch him Saturday against LaFleur as it's tied up on the floor. It'll go over to Blount. He got into foul trouble Saturday night. Williamson still came out with a 10-point victory over the Rattlers, but he couldn't get his game off, Coach. You know, I'd like to say, because he was back and forth on the bench in foul trouble. So hopefully we can get a good showing.
It's hard
out
to
of
get
Alistair tonight.
It's hard to get into the flow of the game when you're going in and out of the game.
Blount swings it over, then back down low, trying to force it in. Pearson blocked by the rim. Turnover on the play, and it is Williamson's basketball.
Pearson, I'm glad to see that they're getting the ball into Pearson. They need to do that, just like they need to get it into Alistair also.
Pearson 6'3", he's a junior. We're at the halfway point of the first quarter, and we are going the other way with the foul called against Williamson. Looks like Alistair Dixon picked up his first foul.
And see, that's important because he has a tendency to get into foul trouble, and that should show him the flow that the officials are going to call the game, and you got to go the way the officials are calling the game.
Dixon is a versatile kid, inside outside guy. He's a newcomer to the program, a senior. And
he was at Chickasaw last year.
He is being looked at, being recruited, stands 6'5", so he has the measurables. They work it down low. Get it into Antonio Robinson Jackson, who slams it home.
There's a lot of athletic ability out there on that court on both sides.
Brown pulling it back out to set things up. Daniel Miller with that left hand. Dixon with the rebound. He is stripped. Tried to go straight back up with it as he does there, and drops it in for 2.
He's been coming to my workouts for skill development the last 3 years, and his sister also plays at McGill. She's a 9th grader, is going to be very good. Albany Dixon.
Blount working that ball, trying to go down low to Pearson as he was sitting in the lane. Williamson has the numbers, and Justin Brown just going to lay it off the glass and get the quick, easy 2 As Williamson on top.
He's already got 5 shots.
he is a shifty player. I enjoyed watching him Saturday night against the Fort. He is a shifty guy. And that left hand, he was
deadly.
keeping the Rattlers just confused all night long with him being left-handed. I can hear the coaches saying, he's setting you up for the right because he's left-handed. You're not paying attention. You know, so he can really frustrate you when he wants to.
And left hand is lethal.
Yeah. I mean, you could literally say he's ambidextrous because I saw him dribble a few times very well, very easily with the right hand. So, but he's definitely a lefty. Faking it out, but putting it back in. Alistair Dixon off the fake from Tyreek Gaines.
I like to see Alistair mobile tonight and moving without the ball. That time, if he'd have stayed, he would have never got that rebound to put back in.
As you talked about it in the previous contest, Coach, these teams ranked 5 and 7 on the Gulf Coast in power ranking. So we got a good contest here tonight. Quick foul right there on Williamson.
The Alabama Gulf Coast High School report has Blount 5th in this area and Williamson 7th. So this is a very important game for, they're all important, but this one has a little class to it besides tradition.
Let me check that. That foul actually on Blount on Charles Esters. So over and back against Williamson. So Blount will regain the ball back here. 1:36 remaining in the first quarter. Scored 9-4.
You know, we're broadcasters, but we also like to see good games. And you want to see competition, but you don't want to have guys out of the game because of fouls. You want the whole full teams playing one another.
Robert Brown with the rebound. Down low to Dixon as he gets it to Tyreek Gaines. Pushes it back out to Brown. Little step away fade shot and drains it just outside of the elbow. And we have a foul away from the ball, I believe. So I think they're going to take the points, or are they going to count the points?
The points are good. It came after.
He's going to count the points, so the foul is afterwards. And I believe the foul may be on Blount. Or was it on Daniel Miller? Yeah, Miller picks up his first foul.
I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter when it happens. Coach and Williamson might sit on the ball at any time. So don't be surprised if it's not 4 corners, but they'll sit on the ball at any time.
Coach Shumbay Hunter.
Very good coach. Successful high school player at Daphne, successful college player, and he's won wherever he's coached at. Foley. Oh, nice shot.
Well, that foul's going to go against, I'm sorry, ball is out on the inline. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds. Brown stepped out of bounds, so no foul. Checking in for Williamson, Jacob Hunter, number 22. Talking about Coach Shumbay Hunter in his 4th season at Williamson. Comes in at 72-17, has an .809 winning percentage. And you're right, Coach, been successful everywhere he's been.
Won the state championship 4A in 2020.
Sure did. Off the glass, Robinson Jackson. The bank is open for the Blount Leopards as the score is now 11-7. Brown taking his time. Low scoring first quarter. Williamson averages 67 points a game. Blount averages 57 points a game. Timeout called by.
Yeah, it's 5 second.
Not a timeout. 5 seconds on Williamson.
Nice game.
So turnover, Blount has the ball. Down 4 with less than 10 seconds to play. They're trying to set up something here. Locke is fouled. The big fella, Pookie Locke, is fouled. He's going to go to the line shooting 2. That foul on Terrence Parker of Williamson. Parker, 6'6" forward, sophomore, young guy, checks into the game and picks up a quick foul. Locke is a 56% free throw shooter. 6 for 11 on the season. At the end of one, Williamson's on top by 3, 11-8. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Mobile County Public Schools, we are learning today, leading tomorrow. And right now, Williamson leading 11-8 as we start the second quarter. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell here on the campus of Blount High School for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. And Blount looking to tie this game up with a 3 if they can get it in. This down 3 points here, 11-8 as we start the second quarter, Coach.
Yeah, Trey Broadhead is not into the game. He needs to start giving them something off of the bench and in this game.
Locke scores down low. Locke's forward 6'1", kind of got that Charles Barkley makeup. And driving in for Williamson was Anthony Johnson, but Alistair Dixon with the putback. Cleaning up the glass and putting it back in.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's 6 points off offensive putbacks.
JoJo Page for the Blount Leopards as he slashes in and scores 2. Now the lead is 1. Justin Brown brings the ball across the timeline, looking to set something up. He's just going to drive in for the finger roll and count it as he is fouled on the play.
I tell you what, he came to play tonight.
He did.
He's very aggressive with the ball. He's running the team. He's not forcing it. When he puts that left hand down hard, he's going to the hole.
There's a replay right there. JoJo Page picks up his first foul as Brown goes to the line to shoot 1.
That's Blount.
Williamson bringing the press on. Up 4. Off the timeline we go for JoJo Page. Tallest guy on the floor right now for Blount is Charles Esters, 6'5". And we have a turnover on the play. They couldn't get it down to Esters. Ball back over to Williamson.
I thought they missed the call on that one, but doesn't matter what I call.
Yeah, we got you right there at the top of the key. Shoots a 3. Justin Brown drains it.
He's lighting it up tonight.
And Williamson extends their lead to 7. Locke across the timeline. Coach, they were trying to pass that one to you. I know my playing days have passed me by, so I was going to let you get that loose ball there.
Even when I was playing, I couldn't jump that out.
Trey Broadhead checks back in.
Yeah, he needs to get more involved with this in this game.
Yeah, Broadhead averages 12 points a ball game and 5 on the glass with the rebounds. So they definitely wanted him to get his shot off tonight. There he is penetrating, and a foul call.
Pushing off. You know, again, mentally he's got to get into the game. It seems like that. You know, he's out. I don't know if he's been sick, but he's better than what he's showing tonight.
That foul on Locke for Blount. as Broadhead could not make the turn on the screen. And making the turn right there, Justin Brown switches hands. It's going to be Blount's ball. He tried to get a bit creative, Coach, and lost it.
That's where he gets into trouble. As the game goes on, he tries to do too much. He's a very, very good player, but he needs to just stay consistent.
That's going to be a foul right there. We could see that from where we were. Push right there by Alistair Dixon. He's going to head to the bench with his second foul.
Yeah, that's 2.
So he's gotten to foul trouble at 5:41 remaining here in the second quarter. During halftime, we're going to talk to the principal, Mr. Jerome Woods, here at Blount High School. He does a fine job here. So we're going to chat with him during halftime and also talk with head coach Daniel Forshear as he goes into the locker room for halftime.
This is Blount's opportunity with Alistair out of the game.
Correct.
This is their opportunity to catch up and do some things.
That 3 off the glass, no good for Robinson Jackson. Brown taking his time. Williamson up 7. Here's a quick pop by Johnson. And a foul on the play. Let's see if they're going to call that against Broadhead, or will it be on Johnson? Checking in for Blount, Clarence Pearson.
I think it was on Johnson.
So it's on Johnson. That's his first.
Boy, you hate to see that. 2 players busting.
I mean, they literally ran into each other.
Good effort. And what, there's a lot of pressure being given.
Broadhead runs past Pearson, say, I don't need the screen. Looks like we have a blocking foul going to be called possibly on Daniel Miller. Looks like that's Miller's first foul. Down low they go to Pearson.
Nice play. Oh.
And cannot get the shot. The iron unkind.
Yeah.
So we'll have to go to the line and shoot. You sure thought that was going to drop in for him, Coach.
He's got to make those. I know he feels worse than anybody in this gym missing that one. Very nice pass, a lob pass inside. Had a floating duck up there and missed the duck.
Tyreek Gaines picks up the foul. But Pearson makes the first free throw. He's a 56% free throw shooter. So let's see if he'll get the other half to make it 100 on these 2 shots right here. Make the lead to be 5 if he can pick this one up.
You were giving out academic awards before. Clarence got a 3.8 GPA.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
That's about what we had when we were in school.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
I think they had to pull out the abacus for us, though, Coach. They didn't have all these technology nowadays and weighted scales.
Nice.
Anthony Johnson showing his weight as he slashes in for 2. As we approach the halfway point of the second quarter.
As it gets closer to the end of this quarter, watch Williamson to go into a stall. That might sound crazy, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I saw it Saturday night, so I do believe it, Coach. Turnover on the play. It's Williamson's ball. They went into that stall, and the floor cut the lead to 5, but it got away from it at the end, and Williamson ended up beating LaFleur by 10, 61-51. So I witnessed it Saturday night, so it kind of worked against them. But
in 2 overtimes at St. Paul's, they sat on the ball. Seemed like half the time of both overtimes.
Johnson thinks he was fouled, but we're going the other way with it as he pleads to the official. Finally gets up. So that's going to be his second foul. Williamson has 2 players with 2, Johnson and Dixon.
Tell you what, great crowd tonight. Great crowd for this historic matchup.
Coach Shambe Hunter going to leave Johnson out on the floor. Coach Hunter has an .809 winning percentage at his time at Williamson. Been very successful while there. Quick foul call right there.
He's also been nominated to be the head coach at Mississippi All-Star game, Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game, March 12th, 2021. So that's quite an honor.
Charles Esters picks up his second foul. He's going to turn it over to Williamson. Up 7 right now. They get the ball to Daniel Miller. He thought about pulling up the 3. Brought it back down. Brown running the offense right now, trying to set something up. We told you Miller's left-handed as he launches it. Goes off the back of the iron.
That's a bad shot.
Blount pushing. Trey Broadhead wants to get fouled and gets fouled.
That's Trey. Pushing that ball, getting to the hole, pulling up for a shot or either a pass. That's what he's got to give the team.
Robert Brown picks up his first foul for Williamson. Broadhead at the line shooting 1-1. He's a 71% free throw shooter from the charity stripe.
They have got to make their move with Alistair out of the game. They've got to make their move with him over there on the bench because he probably isn't going to be coming back in with 2 fouls. Nice shot.
And Broadhead sinks him. Lead is back to 5 once again as we approach 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Down low they go. Cannot convert. Keandre Johnson. I'm sorry, check that. Tyreek Gaines couldn't convert on the layup.
Oh, he's
another
lucky on
foul
that
called
one.
on Williamson there.
I thought that was pretty clean steal.
Blount still in the 1-1. Places JoJo Page on the line. He shoots 57% from the charity stripe. That's Jacob Hunter's first foul.
Making their free throws, that's always a good sign.
So with 2:56 left, Blount is 1 foul away from going into the double bonus if Williamson commits another. Second shot is off as Brown comes across the timeline. Launches a 3 for the Lions. Robert Brown, it's no good. And the officials are blowing the whistle right now, Coach. We can't get any consistency going here.
You know, when Williamson was looking really good, they were passing the ball, reversing the ball to the other side. Now they're 1 pass and jacking 3s. And that's why Blount is inching back into this game.
That foul on Pucky Locke picks up his second. So he's going to head to the bench, checking in for the Leopards, Cam Gooseby. He's another one of those football players who plays basketball. And here comes Alistair Dixon back into the ball game at 2:44.
That surprises me.
With 2 fouls, 2:44 remaining here in the second quarter. Let's see what develops here.
You know, with Blount's getting back Preston King, 6'6". He's out. He got hurt in football, and he's out till after January.
So they'll get him just in time for area play coming back after the holidays. That'll be huge for him. And one name we haven't called tonight, as we don't see him on the bench, and I was told he wasn't dressing out. The Alabama commit, or we'll find out tomorrow where he's going, Robert Woodyard. All-state player. He's not suited up tonight for the Lions. He didn't suit up Saturday when I saw him against LaFleur either. But I know he's got a big decision happening tomorrow with early signing period started. So we'll be seeing that young man on TV tomorrow. I am definitely sure about that. And also another young man who's got to make a decision, Daniel Miller, quarterback for them, being looked at, I believe, had a opportunity from South Alabama and Arkansas Pine Bluff as well. So he may be signing tomorrow as well, Coach, in football.
Big day for these kids in football.
All right, Broadhead sinks it. Williamson.
They've got plenty of time to catch up and
up 5.
Do some good things.
Blount just can't seem to get it closer right now. They bring Dixon back in. A foul committed by the Leopards. And that one may be against Broadhead, Coach. That's his second one. So Trey Broadhead has 2, matches his jersey number. That places Justin Brown on the line shooting 1-1.
Remember what I said at
Williamson.
the beginning, neither one of these teams can afford to lose their point guard.
That's right, you did say that.
And Broadhead's got to be on the court. He's not scoring, but he's holding that team together, breaking the press.
Brown sinks the first one.
Right now, the difference in the game is Justin Brown. You know.
And misses the second.
Called double foul.
It looks as if that is a double foul, Coach. So Melissa Clark's gonna
ball out of bounds.
So we didn't get the numbers, trying to see who they're going to call it on. It looks like, I don't think that was Terrence Parker. Parker goes out. Yeah, that's Parker's second foul because Dixon comes back in.
This is going to be real interesting if Alistair can go without fouling.
He came in at the 2:44 mark, went out, and now has come back in again.
Play.
Shot put up by Page, and he hits
ball
it.
Game.
Blount has finally broken through that 5-point ceiling. They've been down by 5 a few times here in the second quarter. Down 4 right now. Johnson with the ball, works it over to Robert Brown, who drains a 3. Makes the lead 7. Cale Smith slashing in on the inside. They're gonna call a charge. Those defensive skills from football didn't work out right there, so they got him. That's his second foul, Coach.
Some of that coaching that's made Coach Hunter the winner that he is, taking charges and things like that. That's the little things that win you games, especially close games.
Look at Dixon working it. Gets it down low to Johnson, who is fouled on the play. So he'll go to the line shooting 2. Both teams in a double bonus right now. That one may be going against JoJo Page. That's Page's second foul. So Blount has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with 2 fouls here.
I am astonished that they haven't taken Alistair out and sat on the ball, being 8 points up.
And Williamson has 3 players with 2 fouls. And Dixon still in. That ball turned over, but no, barred in by Cale Smith. There are those hands he uses as a cornerback when he ball hawks out there on the football field. Approaching 1 minute left in the ball game. Blount down 8 points. We'll be talking with Coach Daniel Forshear as he goes into the locker room for halftime.
Nice.
And drops it
Nice
in.
play.
Robinson
Patience.
Jackson. That was nice.
Very nice.
Under a minute to go here. Brown taking his time. We didn't see the 4 corners.
That surprise
Coach,
shocked
but
me.
we did see him slow it down. Blocking foul is going to be called against Blount. And that may be Robinson Jackson's first if they call it on him.
Whenever it gets close, whenever there's doubt, get the ball in Justin Brown's hands and let him do his thing.
Let him create and make things happen. So that's Robinson Jackson's first foul. Brown goes back to the line. Misses the first.
Oh, that's a great move. Because I was just going to say,
Dixon comes out, Coach.
Yeah, if it was me and they left Alistair in, I'd come down and go right at him to get his 3rd foul.
So Coach Shumbay Hunter plays the chess move, and it pays off and pulls Alistair Dixon out of the ball game with 2 fouls. Checking in for Williamson, number 50, Brian Graham.
There goes Justin, too.
And Brown's going to get his rest.
Yep.
So the only starter on the floor right now for Williamson two of them, Daniel Miller and Robert Brown. Kel Smith unloads a three. It's no good. Williamson almost had the rebound. Loose ball goes to JoJo Page as he slashes in off the glass. No good. Fighting for the ball down low. They're going to say it's tied up. It's Blount's ball on the possession arrow with 23 seconds left. Timeout called by Coach Daniel Forshear. Not surprised with this, Coach. There's no shot clock in high school.
Right.
You got 23 seconds. You can hold and try to set yourself up for a nice three right here.
Yep. Good call, Coach.
Well, you know, I've done a little summer stock, but not coaching. But that's a good call right there for them to do that, because that they can make a three. That would cut the lead to 4 as we go into the locker room at halftime. Make sure you mark your calendar. Christmas and New Year's breaks coming up. Students are out on December 20th, and they return back to class on January the 5th. So parents, make sure you mark your calendar. I'm sure if your kids are anything like my twins, they have been reminding me daily, I'm out of school Friday. It's a wrap. After Friday, it's a wrap. So
what do we have planned?
Oh, my goodness. I think I can find something in, I'm not going to say yard work, but there are things in the yard that need to be worked on. I'll put it to you like that.
That's right.
You know,
my granddaughter had a little concert today in Daphne.
Okay.
With her band, a little instrument that she plays, French horn, I think. Little Ansley playing the French horn. Good for her.
There you go. Granddaddy giving a shout out. There you go. I hope she's watching that. it might be getting close to bedtime. You never know. You never know. 23.7 seconds here remaining. Let's see what Coach Forshear has drawn up for Blount. Kel Smith inbounded the alley-oop to Antonio
I would say that was
Robinson
a great
Jackson.
timeout.
Awesome play call right there, and the crowd definitely gets into it. Down 5. Daniel Miller, quarterback for the Williamson Lions. He's running point right now as he releases it just outside past the elbow. Gets his own rebound. They get it over to Tyreek Gaines. And he shoots a ball that touches nothing but air. Blount throws it. Well, the official was waiting for that to inbounds the ball as Kel Smith threw it down the court.
I bet you Coach Forshear, if he would have known before the game that Broadhead was on the bench this much and only 5 down right now, he'd probably be happy.
He'd be happy about that. It would have counted if it went in. So at the half, it is Blount on top 29-24, as we'll try to get Coach Daniel Forshear over here and chat with him about the first half and how things have played out, Coach. And definitely you can ask him about that with Broadhead getting into foul trouble. Blount has Kel Smith with 2, Trey Broadhead with 2, JoJo Page with 2, Charles Esters with 2, and Pucky Locke with 2 as well. So a lot of fouls committed by the Leopards here in the first half. Matter of fact, Coach Forshear over there with the bookkeeper looking at the book, the score, as a matter of fact, Coach, as Williamson on top 29-24 as he's making his way over to us.
He's thinking about that second half.
That's what it is. We're going to get in some headsets and get him a microphone right there so we can chat with him. Joining us right now, Coach Daniel Forshear.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
With the Blount Leopards head coach. Coach, talk to us about the first half. A couple of your guys got into foul trouble and know you had to make some adjustments there. Had to pull some guys off. We were surprised maybe Broadhead had to go take a seat early for us tonight.
Yeah, I think he's got 2 or 3 right now, so we're gonna have to watch his foul count in the second half here. Yeah, I think they're calling it pretty tight. We're on TV. They're just trying to make sure nothing crazy happens probably. But these are 2 very, very disciplined teams, so I think they can loosen up on the calling a little bit for us.
We were just talking about that. If you knew that Broadhead was going to be on the bench that long for one half, are you happy with this score right now?
Yes, sir. And then they didn't come out and press us real hard when they saw that Broadhead was out, so that helped too.
I really thought that they would be in their four corners and stalling on the ball, sitting on the ball for a while, but they haven't done it, surprisingly.
No, they haven't. I don't think they have a big enough lead yet. So but they're going to do it, though. You're going to. They tried to at the end of the first quarter, but they turned the ball over.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck in the second half, and we'll be back with more. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon. But we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the campus of Mattie T. Blount High School for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, halftime. Williamson on top, 29-24. Joining us right now, we have Coach Chuck Taylor with Coastal Alabama North. You know, it's a South, it's a North. What's the other one? Is it a West? East. It's East, but you're in North.
All those directional schools.
I know. But we're glad y'all here tonight. What are you seeing so far, Coach?
Well, I just love the athleticism, just a high impact. It's like a playoff game up in here. I really like that. It's good for the area. It's good for us, you know, just having this type of talent in our area. And I'm really glad that I came out to see what's going on tonight.
I tell you, you've been around now to some of the games here in town. What do you think about the upcoming talent that's in the area here?
I think there's a lot of young guys that's really playing well. And I think that the future for basketball in this area has really grown a lot since the last time that I was here, back when we were at South Alabama. And I think a lot of it has to attribute to there's more emphasis on it now, and guys are really taking their talent to another level.
One of the things, Chuck,
this helped us a lot because we come to high school games and there's probably kids that we normally wouldn't get if the portal didn't exist, that we have an opportunity to get now. And they may be with us for only 1 year, but that helps the 4-year schools because they want kids who's ready to play. And they with us for a game. They got 30 games with us. They learn how to lift weights. They learn how to go to class. So that transition to the 4-year school is a smooth transition.
That's huge.
This is really important. This is a historical event. The first game, we have college coaches in the stands. This is what this is all about. There's going to be more games on TV now, and we're just happy to have you here. And I'm warning the junior college coaches here now. He's going to get some players down there at Coastal North.
Thank you. You're too kind.
We do appreciate it, Coach. Thank you for stopping by. Right now we're going to take a look at the stats from the first half. We're going to get those up and take a look at what really happened in the performance-wise, Coach Ari. As you look, Williamson on top 29-24, and field goals 7 for 17, almost even right there. Three-pointers, only two shots separate them. But look at the rebounds. Williamson on top 13-7.
Yeah, the biggest difference in this game is Justin Brown. Justin Brown is taking over the game. If Williamson keeps Alistair out of foul problems, then they're going to be something to be reckoned with. But Broadhead also, he's got to get into the flow of the game.
That's right.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of the game, neither one of these teams can afford to lose their point guards.
Yeah.
And Broadhead's been on, Trey's been on the bench for a long time now.
Right now we're trying to get Principal Jerome Wood set up with a microphone here to talk to him about having us over and hosting us here tonight. Coach Wood, I'm gonna call you Coach, but I know you're an official, but Principal Woods, how you doing? You're not hearing me?
I'm not hearing you.
How you doing? How excited are you about having us here today?
Good, super excited to be here tonight. It's a great crowd. You know, we didn't come up good with the girls game, but we got a good one going with the boys.
Right. You're having a historical game here tonight. You know, two rivalries or rivalry going at one another. How do you feel about having it at the school here?
Well, we're excited to be one of the first. No better way to start it than win the #1 team in the state with Williamson.
That's right.
Great coaching staff. A state champion within the last 2 years, so we want to see how we measure up. Good crowd, good atmosphere.
Well, on one of the reports, Blount is 5th in this area, and y'all are 7th, or vice versa. I'm sorry about that. What do you think about that, the two teams going together this early?
Well, I think it's always important to get matchups early. You see where you are.
Right.
You get ready to start looking at what's going to happen down the line.
Playoff game.
You need that atmosphere early, because when you get to Birmingham, you got to be ready.
As a matter of fact, let's get Coach Shambe Hunter to come in here. Just pass the microphone over to him, Coach.
I will.
We'll get Coach Hunter to come in and talk about the
Coach,
first.
Listen, Coach, I'm gonna get you on the headphones, right?
Oh, don't worry about the headphones. Just pass the mic. Coach Hunter, talk about the first half and the performance for your kids that they put on up 5 right now against Blount.
Well, we did a good job at some things, but at the same time, we're going to have to capitalize on every possession we get. Blount's a good basketball team, so we got to keep our thumb on them as much as possible. So we're just looking forward to improving on those things in the second half.
I thought you did a really good job at the end with Alistair being in foul trouble,
right.
Getting them into the game, getting them out of the game, and not letting them get that third foul. Justin, in my opinion, has been the difference in this game. And Alistair got some good, quick offensive rebounds and put them back in, too. What do you think you have to do to win this game the second half?
Don't have costly turnovers and play smart. Play smart on both ends of the court and understand that they are just as athletic as we are, so we got to have fundamental things going our way.
All right, Coach, we got to sit in back, Coach. Hopefully we'll talk to him at the end if everything works on out. Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Mr. Woods, for stopping by as well. We appreciate it right here at halftime. A very jam-packed halftime. Coach Arrow, they had us going with interviews back to back here for our first ever high school basketball action. We were able to work in the statistics as well and got Coach Taylor and Mr. Woods and Coach Hunter on. And Mr. Woods, he's an official as well, so he sees a lot of action with these kids on the football field as well.
I tell you what. Here we go, second half.
Third quarter action headed your way here.
And Trey isn't in there. Yeah, he is. He's over there. Didn't see him there.
Kel Smith just passed the ball over to Broadhead. Broadhead has 2 fouls on the floor. The man down low right now, Clarence Pearson, has no fouls so far. They've tried to work him into the offense. But Williamson has kept it stifling and not allowed him to really get his shot off tonight. Just passing back and forth between Smith and Broadhead.
They sitting in that 2-3 zone. They need to get that zone moving. They're keeping it on one side. They're holding the ball too much.
Robinson Jackson pulls it out, almost put the shot up.
See, if I was coaching, I'd get it, and I'd go right at Alistair to try and get his third foul on him.
Dixon does have those 2 fouls, as we just talked to Coach Shumbay Hunter about it. And we have a foul on the floor. Going to be called against Williamson.
That's what Broadhead's got to, that's what Trey's got to do. He's got to drive and let them push on him some, get some fouls, get into the flow of the game.
That's Daniel Miller's second foul. Sorry about that, Coach.
He's been in and out of this game a lot. He's got to get into the flow of the game, Trey.
Shoots over the top of the zone and
That'll get
drains the 3. It will.
That'll get you into the flow of the game real well.
And he was a couple steps behind the 3-point line, as a matter of fact, when he dropped that one.
One of those NBA threes.
So Broadhead finds a way to shoot over the zone.
2-point ball game.
Justin Brown kicks it out to Alistair Dixon. They give it back to Brown. And they're getting ready to set this offense up. We talked about Dixon being an inside-outside player for the Lions. Brown launches his own 3, catches nothing but air. Kel Smith across the timeline, pushing it up. Blount hasn't been this close since we started off 3-0 at the start of the ball game, and draining a 3. Antonio Robinson Jackson, and the Leopards have taken the lead.
Didn't we think this was going to be this kind of game?
I think when we drew it out, it was that way. There's a long 3 from Justin Brown as he hits all the way from Maysville. Coming up a bit gimpy, Coach. Look at him kind of limping.
He twisted. He came down on his ankle a little bit sideways, so hopefully he'll be able to walk that thing off.
And a full timeout called by Coach Shumbay Hunter. As he calls that timeout, let's take another look at another MCPSS Scholar Student of the Week. This young lady attends Baker High School, Sydney Davis. She's a senior with a 4.5 weighted GPA, headed to the University of Alabama at Birmingham, looking to pursue entrepreneurship with a minor in psychology. Other universities she receives offers from University of South Alabama and University of Southern Mississippi. She's involved with the Ronald McDonald House, the Red Show Crew, DECA, a Baker Hornet ambassador as well. And in the spare time, she's a small business owner, Coach, called Happy Lettering Company. So nothing wrong with that.
So she's doing a lot in a short period of time.
I think she has her mind set on some big things in life. So there's Scholar Student Spotlight for Sydney Davis out there at Baker High School. Coach Shumbay Hunter calls a quick timeout. Allows him to reset some things.
Tell you what, Charles Esters, I really like him as a sophomore. He's one of the top sophomores in this area.
Trey Broadhead with the ball, running point right here for the Leopards. Draining a 3, Antonio Robinson Jackson. That's back-to-back 3s for him.
Averaging 13 points and 5 rebounds a game.
They definitely need to keep Broadhead on the floor, as we talked about him having those 2 fouls as he's transitioned from a shooting guard to a point guard. No foul call. They let him play right there. Broadhead fills up the lane. Look at him go. Drops it in for 2, and Blount. We have some pace. We have some consistency going, Coach.
I think he's back in the flow.
You think he may be back in the flow?
I think he's in the flow.
Blount up by 3 right now. Is it going to turn into a shootout? Brown's shot is off. Captured by Charles Esters. And he swings it across court to Broadhead. Boom, he hits for 3. And the Leopards have found their rhythm.
See, now Williamson's got to come down and get into the flow of their offense. Last time Justin came down, took 3 dribbles and jacked a 3. He's got to get them into the flow.
Anthony Johnson asking for the ball down low. As he set the screen, Alistair Dixon comes out. You have to watch your feet before they call traveling, but not for him.
And that's his 3rd.
And I believe he has got teed up, Coach.
Yeah, he did.
He was a little upset with the call and picks up his 3rd foul on the technical foul issued against Alistair Dixon.
That's been one of the issues with him, is getting in foul trouble. And, you know, there's a lot of times, and that's why he's a winner. That's why Coach Hunter's a winner. He's not chewing them out. you know, that wasn't a good thing that Alistair did.
Right.
But that's a sign of a good coach. I'm glad to see that. Coach Hunter just talking to him, very mild tone. But, you know, Alistair fouled out the last time I saw them play against St. Paul's and in the double overtime.
Okay.
And it probably, you know, hurt them for winning the game. He's got to learn to be able to do that not only in high school but beyond high school. But that's the sign of a winner right there.
Coach Shambe Hunter putting that old school look at him.
Most
put the look on
coaches
him.
would have already taken him out because they got a technical. Well,
So
I
Dixon
take that
has
back.
3.
He did take him out.
Yeah, he took him out, replaced him with Tyreek Gaines, and launching a 3 and standing there looking at it, Trey Broadhead. And that one was from way downtown. That might have been downtown Pritchard where he
That's
released
2 of
that
them.
at.
That's 2 of them.
China Powell tells me Blount is 5 for 5 on their 3s here in the third quarter, Coach. So they've come out hot here in the third quarter.
You think Coach Taylor would be impressed with those 3 threes?
I think he would be. I think he would be. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Leopards. And who has it? Trey Broadhead with a full head of steam. And the iron unkind does not drop. Daniel Miller, and his shot is blocked, but he is fouled as well. They're going to call that one on Antonio Robinson Jackson.
I hate to see that. I thought that might have been a clean block. But, again, doesn't matter what I call.
Yeah, I'm with you, Coach. You kind of want to let him play that one out.
In college, that wouldn't have been a foul.
Miller on the line, misses the first. Checking in for Blount, number 15, Poochie Locke. Got to thank China Powell for the name correction there for me. And Miller misses both of them, but gets his own rebound, showing that athleticism. And we are going to keep the ball on this end of the floor as a foul has been issued against Blount. And just as he checked in, he picks up his 3rd foul. Locke does. I know that'll make Coach Forshear a bit unhappy. Tyreek Gaines working hard. It does not pay off. This game has really switched. The momentum has gone over to the Blount Leopards. 5 for 5 with 3s here in the third quarter. Up by 9 over the Lions. They get it down low.
And you're right. When 3s are going, it can turn a game like that. And that's exactly what's happened. Justin Brown has cooled off. He's not getting the shots that he was getting at the beginning of the game. And I don't think he scored. Yeah, he did. He scored 1 bucket this second half.
Anthony Johnson commits his 3rd personal foul. Broadhead has definitely had the hot hand along with Antonio Robinson Jackson here. Little fadeaway. Does not fall for Broadhead. Turnaround jumper doesn't go in for Esters. Great rebounding. Blount cleaning the glass like Windex. Wow, Clarence Pearson drops it in.
And that's what happens when Alistair's not in there. It opens up that play. That long body that Alistair possesses turns different shots in there. And they need him on the court.
Count that basket for Pearson. He'll be at the line shooting 1. That's Robert Brown's 2nd foul for Williamson. Pearson misses the continuation. Johnson going to push it up like tractor trailer. Coast to coast he goes for the lay-in.
Need a timeout here.
Williamson turns up the heat with the full court press. Locke bringing the ball across the timeline. And guess who's on the scene to steal it? Justin Brown gets it over to Tyreek Gaines. Cannot convert. Kel Smith with the rebound as he pushes. And his shot is blocked by Robert Brown. Sliding it in, JoJo Page and the Leopard faithful go wild. A timeout called on the floor.
That was an aggressive timeout. Coach Forcier almost ran down the official trying to get his attention.
So Blount on top. The lead is still 9 with 2:10 remaining here in the third quarter. And the Leopard fans are getting fired up, Coach.
Yeah, they are. I tell you, they're playing very good. They're playing aggressive. They're playing smart. They need to come down and stay in their style of running time off the clock and getting good shots. They do not need to come down and start taking crazy shots.
Blount on pace to hit their average. They average 57 points a game and give up 45 on defense.
One of the things, too, if you're looking for over the holidays, the boys' University at Mobile Gulf Coast Holiday Classic will be December the 27th through the 29th.
Both of these teams will be participating in the Holiday Classic, as a matter of fact. So that is always a big tournament. Kind of reminds me of the old Sertoma tournament back in the day. Now I'm talking about, tell him my age now, Coach. A blocking foul called down low.
And while you're saying your age, Alistair's back in the game.
And Alistair's back in the game.
Now he's got 3. He can't afford any crazy foul.
Poochie Locke picks up his 4th, so Coach Forcier is going to have to pull him out. And coming in for the Leopards is Pearson back in the game, and a foul call.
I tell you, he gave him some good time. Poochie Locke gave him some good playing time.
Gave him some good minutes. He's going to have to sit for a bit now with 4 fouls.
Full court press. You know, this is scary with Alistair on the ball with 3 fouls. Pressing, it's scary.
Cale Smith taking control of the point with Broadhead on the bench right now. JoJo Page looking to go inside, pop it back out.
Coach is taking some time off the clock. Blount's taking some time off the clock.
Blount is pretty much kind of playing keep away for the most part as we approach 90 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Smith's shot blocked. Pearson works down low and gets fouled.
And it all started with good defense with Alistair blocking the shot, but unfortunately the rebounders underneath for Williamson wasn't paying attention. They didn't follow the ball.
So that's Jacob Hunter's first foul. Pearson at the line shooting and makes the first. Pearson shoots about 56%, makes both of them, extends the lead. It's almost a tale of 2 halves right here, Coach, with Blount on top right now, about 13.
Again, the difference, first half, Justin Brown, second half, Trey Broadhead.
Esters picks up his 3rd foul, and coming into the ball game, number 22, Bruce Crenshaw. They're going to bring in some beef right there. Crenshaw, 6'3", plays football for the Leopards as well. And the left-handed shot from Brown is no good as the ball is thrown off of Crenshaw's foot by Dixon. Smart move by him.
He almost took his foot off.
That's a good basketball IQ. Throw it off the other guy. Anthony Johnson with the quick jumper release, and it drops. And there's that press. Williamson still running it. Down 11, less than 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Smith weaves his way across the timeline. Blount's got to control this ball and calm down. Dixon reaching, Coach. He shouldn't be doing that.
No, he shouldn't. He's going to fool around and get his 4th.
He's got to watch his hand. He's got to watch his hands. The ball almost turned over, finally turned over. Oh, and Dixon wrapped up the leg or the ankle by Pearson just down from us. Hopefully the young man's okay. Looks like he's getting up.
He rolled it pretty good.
Yeah, he's going to have to probably go to the bench. Going to call that foul on Clarence Pearson of Blount. That's his second foul as Dixon goes over to the bench to sit down and let the trainer just kind of take a look at him, calm him down. I think he's going to be okay for the most part. Probably just scared him a bit.
Both teams need to just relax and not start getting wild because of pressure or the press. I think Coach Forshear, with him stalling the ball and doing that, will take some time off the clock and get both teams back to what they need to be doing to win the game.
35 seconds, 35.6 seconds remaining here as Brown comes across the timeline, taking their time. Let's see what
back in 2-1-2 zone
Williamson's going to do. They can cut this to single digits. Quick turnaround floater from Robert Brown. And the lead is now 9, so the double digits are out as of now with 12 seconds remaining. Coach Hunter calling for him to press him.
Broadhead's out of the game.
Page with the ball. He's got to get it up 1 second. That would count if it goes in off the glass and off the rim. So at the end of 3, Blount's on top 49-40. We're setting you up for a great fourth quarter, so do not move. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
For our executive producer, Quentin Howard, director Wade Ford, and engineer Fran Conaway, I'm Al Wheaton, joined by Coach Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell. We're on the campus of Blount High School. Blount's on top 49-40. Coach, this was the exact opposite. When we went into the locker room, Williamson was pretty much in control of the ball game.
Yeah, they were, and I'll go back to what I said before. The first half was Justin Brown. The second half was Trey Brownhead. So now it's money time. The game's on the line. We'll see those 2 point guards, what they do.
All right, here it comes down the last quarter. Brown on the floor, Daniel Miller, Anthony Johnson. And that is going to count the 3. We're looking at a possible 4-point play here if Brown can hit the free throw. Wow.
That was a big time play.
Wow.
That was a big time play.
Look at that. Kel Smith picks up his 3rd personal foul as Brown just sucked him in and dropped it right in front of him. Man.
The thing about Justin is, you know he's left-handed. You know he's going to go left, and he still gets away with it. He's so doggone quick.
Wow. And he misses the free throw. Surprisingly there.
Both point guards need to get their team into their offense and not, do anything wild with the ball.
Broadhead running the offense right there. Dumps it out to Kel Smith. Swings it back over to Broadhead. Ball gets away, but he grabs it.
Actually, Trey Broadhead last year ran the 2-guard spot. They converted him to the point guard this year,
right.
And he's done, mentality-wise, he's really done a good job with it.
Traveling called on the play on Kel Smith. JoJo Page is going to check in as Smith goes to the bench. Smith has 3 fouls. And here comes Justin Brown leading the offense for Williamson. They're setting it up. right at the top of the key, misses it. And Robinson Jackson cleans the glass for Blount very well. JoJo Page running point right now. And Broadhead playing off. Swings it over, tries to get it down low, and that ball is blocked by Anthony Johnson. But a foul committed. Looks like Jacob Hunter may have picked up his second foul, Coach.
He has, and now that Alistair Dixon's out of the game, I would go straight into the post to score, because you don't have long Alistair in there blocking shots.
I may have to check my book with the score. They have Jacob with 4, Hunter with 4 fouls. I just have him with 2.
They probably like yours better.
I have all the colors right here in front of me. And Hunter loses control of the ball.
You know, it's so much more fun sitting over here rather than over there.
Yeah,
coaching.
It's a little less
so
pressure.
Much,
a little less pressure.
So much more fun.
It helps your numbers show up better when you go see the doctor, doesn't it?
It does. Your blood pressure's down, everything.
So it appears as if Jacob Hunter has fouled out of the ball game. They say that's his 5th, and Coach, I'm as a bit confused as he is, because I had him with 2, and he's now up to 5. So he's gonna hit to the bench at the 6:10 mark.
Hey, who blew the whistle?
Like the whistle, I did hear the whistle blow. I thought we were about to shoot free throws.
This 1, 2.
I believe they were saying Hunter didn't get off the floor in time, possibly, but we do have 5 on the floor, and it's a 1-and-1.
Well, if he shot the ball and he was still on the court, it should be a technical.
Right, because technically it was 6 people on the floor. I'm with you there, Coach, but as I said, I'm still scratching my head. He went from 2 fouls to 5 all of a sudden. I don't know what happened in between. So Broadhead hits the first one, so see if he can make the second. Does not. That would have extended the lead to 10. The lead is 9 with 6 minutes to play. Williamson down 9. Traveling called on the play. Let's put a mark right there. Williamson down 9 with 6 to play. Let's see if they can work themselves out of the hole here. Broadhead on Daniel Miller. The 2-2s going at it. And Broadhead getting creative as he is fouled down low.
You know, he's doing the same thing that Justin Brown doing left. He's doing right. They putting it in that strong hand, and they're taking it to the hole.
Robert Brown commits the foul, his 3rd foul, so here's a 1-and-1. Broadhead back at the line again and misses the front end.
Now, when you say miss, he missed the gymnasium.
Yeah, I believe it may have caught the bottom of the net. So that's back-to-back free throws. Missed by the 6-foot guard from Blount. Johnson was not ready for the pass. He was wide open, Coach.
I don't think he turned around and saw that Justin Brown had the ball.
Right. Looking to the far right of the screen, you can see Alistair Dixon trying to walk off that ankle. They've got some tape on it. Looks like a high possible sprain as he's walking.
Yeah, when he rolled it, he like clipped him from behind.
Working down low, Clarence Pearson Jr.
Back up 11 points.
Gets it in.
They're hurting without Alistair in that middle.
They are. The lead double digits, as Coach just told you, with 5 minutes to play. Justin Brown trying to create, doesn't have his big man down low to dump it down to. So he's going to take that one in and get fouled on the play. Looks like Trey Broadhead has picked up his 3rd foul.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to last long with Broadhead, with Trey trying to guard Justin. because he's very quick, and with 3 fouls, he might get his 4th real quick because Justin's going to have the ball.
Let's see if Coach Shambe Hunter will put in the sophomore 6'6" forward Terrence Parker to try to get some height or something down low. He has Miller in the ball game along with Tyreek Gaines and Anthony Johnson. He has the beef, but just doesn't have the height. Brown drains both of them. JoJo Page running fast on the offense there for the Leopards. They work it down low, quick to Pearson, but he walked.
Very nice play, except the end result when he traveled. Boy, that was a nice pass inside.
It was. It may have caught him off guard because.
Or at least his feet. Anyway.
Yeah, at least the feet. Justin Brown trying to get creative. He tried to get the finger, but the roll was there, but it wasn't enough. But he is fouled on the play. I believe that's the 4th foul on Kel Smith, if they attribute that foul to him.
Justin Brown, there is not a quicker guard in this town than Justin Brown. I'm surprised more games and more players aren't taking charges on him, taking the ball to the hole.
Brown makes the first. That is the 4th foul on Kel Smith. Let's see if Coach Forshier will pull him out. Poochie Locke and Kel Smith both have 4 fouls.
Justin Brown gonna foul the whole team out.
And Justin Brown, just as I saw him Saturday night, has no fouls, Coach. JoJo Page off the timeline as we approach the halfway point of the 4th quarter. That ball tipped out of bounds. Brown showing good hustle right there.
Boy, is he quick.
Lions down 8. Trying to go down low to Clarence Pearson. And he walks again. That's back-to-back travels, Coach.
I don't agree with that walk. I don't agree. That the official was way over here making the call when he's over there. I don't agree with that one. But again, it doesn't matter what I think.
Justin Brown takes it coast to coast. Comes up empty-handed. Kel Smith still on the floor. He has 4 fouls. He's looking for help. JoJo Page with the ball right now, as Blount is kind of playing somewhat keep away.
Oh.
Way downtown and no good for
Very
Antonio
nice
Robinson Jackson.
Very nice patience on offense. They turned the ball over to one side, over to the other side, and got a good shot.
There's Tyreek Gaines. He drops that shoulder, and they get him for it as he is called for the foul. That'll be his 2nd.
8-point lead, 3.5 minutes to go. I would think that they're going to start coming more full court pressure.
And just as you call it, Daniel Miller steals it, and who shoots it in? Justin Brown. As Trey Broadhead has checked back in for the Leopards, and the full court press is on.
Nice move. Nice drop step inside.
Foul down low. Nice drop step, you're right. Looks like that may be Tyreek Gaines' 3rd foul, and it is. Placing Pearson on the line to shoot 2.
Take care of the ball, run your offense for both squads, and make your free throws.
At this point, very crucial. The Lions only down 6 points. Justin Brown tried to capitalize off both of those misses. Daniel Miller shot no good. Broadhead with the ball. JoJo Page screaming for it down here in the back corner.
Gracious.
And Tyreek Gaines basically loses Yeah, kind of loses his bearings and falls literally on Broadhead. So that'll be his 4th foul. Just he got going. It was kind of like the little kid who's out of control and all of a sudden I'm falling. You know, he just couldn't control himself. Timeout has been called here at the 2:53 mark. I think this might be a full timeout, or it could be a 30. I haven't seen a sign from the officials, but very crucial. At 6 minutes to play, Williamson was down 9, just down 6 right now. But we do want to remind you to mark your calendar once again. Coming up, there will be an MCPSS school board meeting taking place December 17th. That'll be coming up at 10 a.m. That is this Friday for MCPSS school board meeting, December 17th at 10 a.m. So make sure you mark your calendar. So, Coach, I'm going to mark it right here, 2:53. Williamson down 6. So let's put on your coaching hat. What do you need to do right now, Coach?
Both bunches need to do what they do best. With Blount, they got to take care of the ball. When they're coming down, they can't be trying to dribble through that press. They've got to pass it, get an easy bucket down there. With Williamson, my man Justin just can't go one-on-one. He's got to get them into some motion offense, whether it's penetrate, coming off picks or whatever. But just to take 3 or 4 hard dribbles and jack it is not, I don't think is going to wind up, no.
And it doesn't look like Dixon's going to come back, because I look to the far side. I believe they've iced up that leg for him.
Yeah,
so
Mom and Dad's over there too, so
it's nice done.
Yeah.
That was a big free throw right there.
One of the things, yeah, good for Trey. If you shoot a free throw and it doesn't go in, don't stay on the same line. Take a step back, come back up there, reestablish yourself, and make the shot.
He makes the second.
7-point ball game, 2.5 minutes to go. Nice crossover.
Anthony Johnson barrels his way down low.
He did that. That's a good word. That's a good verb.
And here's the press by Williamson. Terrence Parker in the ball game with his 6'6" frame.
They're just trying to dribble through it, and it's just one-on-one.
And look at Broadhead creating down low for Pearson as he drew the coverage to him, and Pearson was wide open in the lane. Justin Brown creating, but he is fouled on the play. JoJo Page commits the foul.
JoJo's trying to guard Justin one-on-one almost at midcourt, and that ain't gonna happen. You got to give him some distance. If he knocks one down from outside, you got to stay up on him, but he's continually driving and getting to 4 feet from the hole.
So that is 3-on-3. And Justin Brown sinks the first, back to a 6-point lead for Blount. Brown makes the second.
Good concentration.
That's why I was saying that first free throw that Blount just missed was huge. The lead is now 5 with about 2:05 to play in the ball game. Tipped. Johnson grabs the loose ball. He's looking for help. He's looking for Brown. He gets it to him. And here it is. That's a 3. It's going to come up short. JoJo Page, Johnny on the spot.
Slow down, guys. Y'all are ahead.
I'm with you, Coach. Need to slow down, but
nice
Broadhead goes ahead. Oh, then it turns. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. I've always wondered what the coach said. What are you? Nice great shot. Justin Brown, he's going to try to return it. Blount has the numbers. JoJo Page shot. Johnson is saying, I blocked it. And the official saying, you put too much body on him.
See, Justin, bless his heart, he's giving it everything that he has, but he's got to get in there and pass the ball, make somebody commit, hit the open person. Then it'll open up for him to get to the hole. But he's trying to take it all the way to the hole, or close to all the way to the hole every time.
Big free throw right there by JoJo Page, who hits the first of 2 that he'll take as Coach Shambe Hunter pulls out Terrence Parker.
Tell you what.
Justin Brown trying to create for the Lions, and he gets a few of the Leopards in the air, and he drains it. Quick timeout call by Shumbay Hunter.
For a team that is averaging 59% free throw shooting, they're doing a good job. Blount,
right?
They're doing a good job. They're making their free throws.
Very important right now that they hit them as well. As we said, I was going to mark it. They were down 9 with 6 to play and trying to creep back into this thing. They got it close, the Lions did, but losing Dixon with that possible leg or ankle injury right there really hampered the offense for the Lions, and we have seen literally a tale of two halves with the three-point shooting from Blount and the lack of Williamson not being able to use Dixon down low.
You know, you don't want to talk about and anticipate what might have happened, could have happened, but the way he curled up down there, I hope it's not an Achilles. I hope it's just an ankle, because that takes that Achilles you don't want to mess with. This is going to go down to the wire. It's 7-point lead right now. Both bunches have got to take care of the ball and get what they want and do what they do best.
They get the ball to the man needed to have it, Trey Broadhead, as Brown's trying to keep up with him. Miller as well. Wide open down low. They could not get it to Charles Esters. Williamson on the move. That ball errantly thrown wild away. Turnover back to Blount.
Who was that to? I have no idea who that.
I don't know.
The closest one to it was the official.
And I was about to say the official over there was wide open in the corner, Coach.
Turnover. We've got to take care of the ball.
This season, Williamson is 1-3 on the road. They lost 70-65 in a double overtime defeat at St. Paul's. Lost to Godby of Tallahassee and McGill-Tulane. So the road, not the most friendliest place for the Lions this season, as they are down right now to Blount, trying to overcome it if they can. Brown is fouled before he could dump the ball down.
What he just got through doing, he penetrated, made him take, pitch to the open man.
So that foul on JoJo Page, his fourth. Brown goes to the line. Every bucket matters right here for the Williamson Lions. And that was very critical that he make that front end.
He's a seasoned player. He's been on the varsity 5 years.
That's right.
5 years. So he's a seasoned player.
So we have the score here, 61-55. Blount on top is what we have here in the gymnasium. Williamson down 6.
Spread out.
And Broadhead foul with the reach around from Johnson. That should send him to the bench. That's his 5th foul. So his night is done as the 6'3" senior is going to head to the bench. With guess who at the line, Coach? Trey Broadhead.
Yep. See what he's got.
Blount trying to improve their home record to 3-1. They lost to Baker a week ago. I believe you were here to watch that ball game, and it was a close one at the end. They only lost 58-54.
Yep.
And as I said, the Leopards are going to travel to BC Rain this Friday. Then they're going to host Viger. Then they'll be playing in the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic starting on the 27th. Also, Williamson scheduled to play in that classic as well. So there's a possibility these two teams could meet once again before the year's out.
Yep.
Brown is stripped by Pearson. And the crowd waiting for the jam from Antonio Robinson Jackson as he throws down the thunderous dunk.
That did it.
And the Leopard faithful go wild. Timeout called by Trey Broadhead as he recognized that he didn't want to have that ball stolen.
That dunk brought everybody, if you're a Blount fan, everybody to their feet.
As they say, it definitely brought down the house. Here's the replay coming up.
Well, I'm going to say it now before we get out of here. It's been a pleasure calling with you for this game or any other game.
Well, thank you, Coach.
I've enjoyed it. This has been one for the record book, and like you said, they're going to get ready to play again in the near future.
Yeah, it's a possibility they could meet up depending on how the bracket goes with the Gulf Coast Holiday. I believe it's a double elimination tournament, so it's a possibility these two teams could meet back up again.
Now, if you want to see high school basketball, you've got a chance to go out to Mobile, University of Mobile, see the guys play, or go over to UMS, see the girls play.
And for Williamson, they're going to host Citronelle this Thursday. Then they'll be at Spanish Fort. Then play. Actually, Williamson has two tournaments coming up. They're going to play the Bayside Academy tournament on the 20th, and then they'll go to the Gulf Coast Holiday starting on the 27th. So both of these teams are going to be active over the holiday season.
It's a great win for Blount, and I tell you, Williamson doesn't have anything to hang their head about. It's been a very good game. Again, they need Alistair and they need Justin Brown playing at the same time for them to be a very successful team.
So Brown goes to the hole with seconds remaining, and the Blount Leopards have captured the win, 66-55 over Williamson in a very, very good ball game that literally, Coach, as we said, was the tale of two halves tonight.
It was.
Pretty much in the third quarter, Blount came to life. Before we get off the air, hopefully we can get the statistics on for the ball game provided by China Powell and get a chance to speak with winning coach Daniel Forshear. As you can see him greeting Coach Shumbay Hunter. Coach Forshear was at Williamson before Coach Hunter.
Yeah,
so Coach Hunter replaced.
That makes him feel real good.
Coach Forshear. So I'm pretty sure Coach Forshear excited about getting the win tonight as we gather our cameraman, if we can get his attention, to get him over here and also take a look at the final game statistics tonight in this ball game. As we said, we made history tonight, Coach. Our first ever basketball telecast.
Nice game.
But not only did we have the men, we had the women as well for both of these ball games tonight as Coach Forshear is trying to make his way over here.
He's shaking a lot of hands.
He's a happy guy as they definitely turned on. They turned on the energy in the second half. And we'll get him mic'd up and get a headset on him. Coach Daniel Forshear joining us here at the table. Coach, we saw a tremendous difference in the second half as you guys came out of the locker room, and in the third quarter you went 5 for 5 for threes. What kind of flipped the switch for you guys?
Well, the same shots we were taking the first quarter, they just weren't going in. So,
is that coach speak?
Yeah. We wanted these guys to play loose and start shooting the ball. We're going to see teams play us in the zone a whole lot more. So we got to get these guys comfortable shooting from the three ball. So, and they came out with confidence, and when you go 5 for 5 to start the third quarter off, there's not much coaching-wise you can do other than tell them to play defense.
I thought the second half, Trey really took over.
Yeah.
He came out and hit the threes, which got him going, got the rest of the team going.
Yes, sir.
Justin, those were two very good guards going at one another. And I know you're proud because didn't you used to be over there?
Yeah, I had Justin when he was a middle school kid. We had him up playing JV and varsity, so I'm proud of him, very proud of him.
Right.
It kind of turned into a tale of two halves. You went into the locker room down, and at the end of the third quarter, you were up by 8 or 9. And as Coach talked about, we saw Broadhead turning on, and they were hitting the threes, and also Robinson Jackson hit threes as well. How did you guys kind of work through that press that Williamson was trying to put on you tonight?
Well, this is our third year seeing that press.
Okay.
And again, when you have a great ball handler like Trey, you just give him room to get open, clear everybody out, and just let him go to work. So he makes our job a lot easier.
Well, y'all didn't let the fans down tonight. This was a historical game, and I was very glad to see the way that it ended. Y'all are happy you won, and they don't have anything to be sorry about because they played a heck of a game.
If we didn't come out hot, we'd probably still be playing right now in overtime or something.
Well, Coach, as we talked about, it's a possibility you guys can meet up in the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic over the holidays, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know if they're on our side of the bracket or not, but they may be. I'll have to look
All
at it.
right,
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
focused on BC Rain on Friday, so I'll have to look back at that bracket.
There you go. Before we get out of here, let's take a look at the final statistics for the ball game. And as you can see right there, Coach, you guys were 5 for 15 right there. Definitely the second half doing things big. 6 for 11 and 15 from 30 on the field. And the rebounds, look at that, come out even, Coach. 18-18, isn't that something? Well, all right. Well, Coach Rozier, we appreciate you stopping by. You go ahead and be with the team. And
Go
Coach
enjoy.
Arrow.
All right, guys, we appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Coach Arrow, we made history tonight. We appreciate you having us on the broadcast, and thanks for all the fans for tuning in tonight for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. For our statistician, Channel Power, executive producer Quentin Howard, and director Wade Ford, I'm Al Wheaton saying thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side of the new year. Have yourself a great holiday, and Happy New Year to you.